as the storm wolves, you find yourselves awaking after a rather stressful night, wherein you tracked a messenger to what appeared to be an abandoned manor in the northwest corner of Quintus Hill. When you explored said manor, you found the body of the messenger slain on in one of the rooms in the second floor, and came face to face with a mysterious man finely dressed in black robes, who identified himself as Cellus Auratus Vibidius. After some introductions, he ended up dropping a fireball, dealing a significant amount of damage to the party, setting the building on fire, and as you tried to escape, you realized that the building had been locked closed, trapping you inside. After some frantic rounds of hurling fireballs at the door, you managed to escape and make your way back to the Sylvian Manor, in where a brief but intense confrontation occurred between Aux and your newest acquaintance, who you now know is Ramio Valure, a reformed bandit responsible for the death of Auxsonia's oldest friend. And this is where we find ourselves on the morning of the 16th of Sun's Height in the Sylvian Manor. Yes.
Ox, did you heal us up last night?
Didn't say that I did.
I'm going to say you didn't. You were emotionally compromised, shall we say.
Did we heal 9?
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
You heal for 9 points of damage overnight.
Cool.
Oh my
It's
goodness,
your
that takes
level
me...
plus constitution, isn't it, for healing?
Oh yeah, plus Constitution.
For healing.
I thought it was just level.
Is it just level?
Let me confirm.
For the rules.
Doodly doodly doo.
We should make a little thing for that.
Yeah.
As often as it happens.
Oh yeah.
Let's look up another rule. Now you know.
I've thought it'd be really great to have a soundboard, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, not constitution, just level.
You recover 1 hit point per character level.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
If you undergo complete bed rest, you will recover twice your character level.
That means not doing anything tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Or today, I guess.
Today. Yeah.
Okay. It is a overcast morning with a stiff breeze, but it is still quite warm and quite muggy on the northern coast of Illyria, as it is the middle of summer.
Ox will go downstairs to the dining area and see if she can get some breakfast.
Okay. You see down in the dining area, Malik, Decimus Sylvian, and Canis Sylvian.
Canis the son, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And also the dutiful manservant Caius is kind of standing off in the corner.
Ox kind of gives a hey to all of them.
Canis just kind of gives you a look. Decimus doesn't seem to notice. He looks like he's kind of multitasking, poring over what looks like a ledger or a manifest of some kind. But Malik looks up and gives you a wide smile. Kind of gestures to the seat next to him.
She'll plop down next to him.
I heard that there was some kind of tumult in the northern Quintus Hill district. Anything you know about this?
She like reaches forward and grabs a roll, starts like breaking it apart and eating little bits. No.
It's delicious.
Oh.
Reminds you of Janus's cooking, actually.
What are people saying, Alec?
Well, that some of them are blaming the jackals, some of them are blaming Valens and his folk. Others are calling it an accident, but it seems like there was a fire. Destroyed a small manor. And some damage to surrounding buildings, but...
Yeah. We were there. We were nearly trapped in that building and nearly died. It was a setup. We followed the messenger, and they're dead. And then Celis apparently knows who we are.
So Celis was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I figured that you and your friend and the others had something to do with it. Seeing as there's multiple individuals claiming that the door of the front of the building was thrown across the street, and that there were...
At that moment, Katarina
Yes!
kind of like walks into the room.
And he kind of just like glances at you, not stopping, and just like making eye contact. And there were several people who seemed to think that there was a legionary in tattered uniform. What appeared to be a small child, and elf, and a man wearing a lot of armor and carrying a fearsome weapon, running from the scene. This, of course, is just fanciful storytelling, I'm sure.
I
Perhaps
can
trying...
guarantee you there wasn't a small child there, that's for sure.
Quite.
Sorry about the door.
Well, thankfully the building was unoccupied, as were the buildings next to it.
At this point, Valure will come down, grab himself some breakfast, and sit a little ways apart. Definitely not near, pretty much on the opposite end of the table from Aux, like kitty corner.
She
If everybody's
just
doing it, I'll come down too.
eating her roll.
I'm gonna have Malik roll a roll a check. As we all know, he's really not very good at reading the room, but he's gonna go ahead and try anyway.
He's the best.
Love Malik.
Here's his... I think I only have it here.
Katarina is very like gingerly like picking apart her roll, and almost seems like she's trying to figure out how to hold the thing.
Ox is just staring into it
Elyswen will sit down.
comparatively.
Elyswen's gonna sit down between Valure and Ox.
Well, that's the whole table, because he sat on the other side.
It's a fairly big table. Like, we're talking like a short banquet table.
Mm-hmm.
It can seat a significant number of people.
I'll sit closer to Ox. Because I feel like she's the one that's gonna try to start something, if anybody will.
I'll do a sense motive on that, Elyswen.
I can't help but notice that everyone seems to be a little off, as he's like looking pointedly at the distance between
15.
you three and Ramio.
Mhm.
Ramio is very awkwardly staring straight down at his plate and eating slowly.
It was an interesting night.
I
At
got a
least.
15 on a sense motive for Elyswen to see if she is why she's sitting closer to Ox. Like
I mean,
if she's
Elyswen, are you
eyeing
trying
her.
to hide anything particular?
Not really. I'm just trying
Okay.
to. If you and him stand up at the same time and look like you're about to like square off, I want to get in the middle of it before something bad happens.
Okay, so with a 15 you, with your experience, limited experience with elves, but your more intimate experience with Elyswen is that even small gestures have meaning. So she's purposefully sat where she's sitting, and you notice that it's definitely between the two of you, and she keeps kind of glancing, like eyeing you up, essentially. Like you can tell that she is trying to read you and try to predict what you're gonna do.
Elyswen, why are you so tense?
Why
a
are
rough
all of
night.
you so tense?
You're like looking at me weird.
I want to make sure there are no problems anymore.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, wait. Wait. What do you mean? Trying not to metagame here. I'm sorry. It's hard to remember all the. There was the. It's been a while. Okay.
I'll give Ramio just a quick look and kind of a little like tilt of the head.
And I'll look up and just, it's a little wide-eyed. Like, you can tell after yesterday's conversation, he's really not sure how to act around Ox.
Ox.
So he's doing the safe thing and just keeping his distance.
Ox reaches forward and grabs a roll. And then chucks it at Ramio.
I'll try to catch it.
Use that wisely.
Actually, I'll even try to catch it with my mage hand if I can. Would this be a sleight of hand check?
Yeah, I guess sleight of hand.
I do a roll to see if I hit with the roll.
Yep. Roll for roll.
Roll for roll.
Nat 20.
Is this
please.
a ranged attack?
Ranged attack.
that's a 17.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
so
Here's the thing. What's your flat-footed armor class, Ramio?
Let me see.
Oh, because you're
Because I'm
flat.
not wearing my armor at the
Yeah.
breakfast table.
You're also sitting in a chair at a table and can't get out of the way, effectively.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I'm flat-footed, so no dex, and no armor bonus, so that's just a straight 10.
Straight 10, okay. What'd you get for a reflex? Or not reflex, sorry, sleight of hand.
So I rolled terribly. I got an 18, but technically it's at a -5, so 13.
Okay, so yeah, you try to interdict this roll midair and miss it just barely, and it flies lengthwise down the table and hits Ramio squarely in the forehead and bounces off and then falls to the table.
Lighten up.
I lean forward. I'm keeping eye contact with Ox. Lean forward.
Malik and Canis and Decimus are just like staring at you.
He gives a.
At you guys.
He tries to give a small smile and tosses it back.
What does Elyswen say?
I lean
Make
forward.
a ranged attack roll.
Yeah, I need to do that first.
Katarina is just trying to eat her roll in peace.
Mm-hmm. She still looks like she's handling it like a little bit uncomfortably.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, Ox, you are hit with a roll as you like turn and look at. Yep. I mean, it's a roll. It doesn't do damage, but it didn't feel good. Like Ramio's pretty strong.
Can I try to catch it with my mouth? No,
yeah,
it's fine.
I mean,
It
he
bounced
already-
off.
he
It's
already
fine.
hit
It's
you.
fine. It's next.
I lean forward, eye contact. Outside, look pretty happy, you know, trying to keep like a good neutral expression. You know, I can blind at least one of you today. And then I just lean back.
Is that a
Ramio
threat,
doesn't do magic,
Elyswen?
so threatening to blinden someone is not a nice task.
Oh, she didn't say that to you.
Yeah, to me.
okay.
Is that a threat, Elyswen?
Only if it needs to be.
Look, I think that everyone has had a stressful night, and we need to maybe take a step back, take a couple of deep breaths,
Yeah, I'm not
think
trying
about
to.
what it is you're doing.
I don't know if this is normal elf culture, but this is normal ox culture, where if I throw something at you and I'm smiling, it means that it's okay. Ramio, it's fine. You're fine. You're good. We have an understanding. I understand you. He's laughing. See?
Okay.
He's fine. We're good. Man, this is so awkward. I'm just
Can I
gonna.
roll a quick sense motive check?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, that's gonna be really good. I want to see, one, if Ramio's actually cool with this, and two, if Ox is feeding me a line. So that's a 21.
Ox is straight with you.
Okay.
Ramio, you can tell Ramio wants to be cool and everything, but he's never had an interaction go like this after discussing with someone that he literally murdered their friend a few years back. Like, normally they don't go this well, or have like prolonged conversations past that point. This is new territory for him. He doesn't know what to do with himself.
Shake my head and I sit back and grab a roll.
So, that wizard guy last night,
Celis.
any of you know who he was?
Not specifically, but we've heard his name before in regards to the Jackal's hierarchy.
Yes. Apparently, he is higher than Lucas, Lucas was the guy who was in this town beforehand, and he ran the Jackals, but I think Celis was still above him, like he reported to him, and then we stopped Lucas a while back, a month or two ago, and then we've been looking for Celis. Lucas let us know that Celis was who he was working for, so now we've been looking for Celis. This is the first time that that I'm aware of, have made contact with him, but he seemed to know who we were. Anybody else find that really weird?
It was a bit disconcerting.
I
Yeah.
can say for one that I was not concerted.
Do you think...
I'm just glad he didn't know my name.
Well, he does now.
Unfortunately, yeah. Maybe I should have shot him and just not said that part.
I think it was best that you did say that part.
In hindsight, kind of, yeah.
It's good to be. Well, maybe not to him, but it's over. It's fine. Okay. Do you think that he knows that we're just staying here? Like, I mean, I felt pretty toyed with. Like, he knew what we all could do. I mean, we've only been in town for, like, not even a day. Like, we were...
Are the NPCs still here?
Yeah. Canis looks like he's doing his best to ignore all of you. Malik's listening politely, as is Decimus, who's kind of like paused in the middle of eating and looking through whatever he's looking through.
It's something to consider. That maybe by our mere presence, well, maybe we should find somewhere else to stay.
It could
Perhaps.
be for the best.
That might be wise. This is Decimus talking. Although, it has been a far more interesting breakfast than I've had in quite a while. And he says that with like a wry smile.
Do you want to roll
Speaking
too?
of, I think this is the first opportunity that I've had to see you now that I'm back. I'm sorry to hear what happened to Alveryn. He looked at you. I assume you are Katarina?
Yeah. That's
I knew him only briefly, but for all his eccentricities, I would have considered him a friend. And he was marvelously good at telling a tall tale.
That's for sure.
Malik's, was there anything else about this Celis that you were able to find out from talking to him?
He...
I mean, there are... Celis may not be the most common name in the Empire, but it certainly wouldn't have any trouble finding any number of Celises.
Auxsonia? Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off if you were still talking.
Nope. Go ahead.
Auxsonia, it seemed that really he knew the most about us. Do you remember that, the man in Armnaris?
Yeah.
This might be wild fancy, but do you think that maybe that man in this Celis could be connected in some way?
Well, the skink is who you're referring to.
I believe, yes, that's the one.
And he was basically like an information person that worked in lots of connections that were definitely not ones that you would flaunt around. I guess that you would it felt like you just would whisper to him, right? He's like kind of like a person that anyway, so I mean he probably knows a lot about us, was able to probably get information on us. I mean, definitely you and I.
what I'm afraid of.
I mean, anybody can if they want to really try to find information on anybody, right? You could go find information. You could pick one person on the street and just like follow them around for a day.
Still, there are other things that man knows about us. That
What? Like what? Like
We-
our abilities?
well, he knows things like what we did for him, and he knows certain details about our personal lives and our interactions with his friends that could prove dangerous in the wrong hands. I'm gonna cast message.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I am
You want
aware.
to speak loud
Actually,
for
I don't
message
have-
to work.
I don't
I'm
have
just-
message prepared
I'm
anyway,
just
but you can
thinking.
speak very quietly.
It's a cantrip, isn't it? You don't have that prepared?
No, I don't have it
No.
prepared. Never
All
mind.
the bane of wizards.
To answer your question, Malik, we know his full name, at least if we can trust him, was Celis Aratus Fabidius.
Ooh, yeah, I was gonna type that.
He
out.
seemed quite confident to the point of arrogance that he had bested us there, so he might have told us that thinking we wouldn't have been able to get out of the house. Which makes me more
Well.
inclined to believe that it was accurate.
Well, that name doesn't ring a bell. Perhaps Sadari will know something.
We also don't actually know that he was in the city.
He didn't.
How do you mean?
Oh,
He wasn't physically there. He was.
Janus shot an arrow at him,
Alvyn, can you explain it?
and it went through him. Did we?
Who shot an arrow at him?
Not,
Yeah.
not
Shot an arrow?
Janus. Sorry, not
Thought,
Janus.
Janus was dead.
Guys, you're killing me.
You're the new Janus.
Ramio, Velis,
Here suddenly turned bright.
Valure shot an arrow, and it went through him. And Zach, you used the word through, so I'm assuming that we saw it actually like, you know, like it was. He didn't dodge it. It wasn't like a miss. It was actually like.
I believe you and Elyswen noticed that it went through with no effect.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, I did.
It
Nope.
seemed that he was incorporeal in some form. There are many ways to accomplish that, and to cast spells in that state is almost impossible, as far as I can recall.
All
so
I know is I should have hit him. He should have been hurt, and he wasn't.
you did hit him. He just wasn't there.
Do you think
So
that
I guess
maybe he was using an illusion, like he was just standing in a corner?
unlikely. I mean, the whole house did burn to the ground essentially.
He also dropped a fireball on his feet and then just vanished.
Remarkably difficult to do when you're.
He didn't
not
say
there.
that he was part of the Jackals. We asked
That was
him.
something.
He avoided. He didn't say that he was a part of it. He did say that he and Bloody Auxsonia had an interest both in, I think, leading the city or having power over the city. Like, you know, like they wanted basically to be the top dog.
It did almost sound like some sort of friendly competition, in a way.
Yes.
I mean,
like they're
And that,
maybe not together, but like, yeah, like they worked
then again,
knowingly
allies for
without
some
trying
time.
to sabotage each other, you know.
we may be losing something in the veneer of a mad sneer, but it did seem like they were not necessarily allies, but some sort of similarly interested parties, more than anything.
Does it really matter though if they're allies or not? They both have similar goals and both need to be taken down.
But if someone could plant
For that, we need to find them.
if someone could
Valure,
plant a dissimilarity,
you said that you know Auxsonia or know about her that she needs to be cut down. What do you know about her? How do you know about her?
In my past line of work, even back then, Auxsonia had a bit of a cruel streak. Betonia and some of the others who had a similar streak in them. Well, obviously, birds of a feather flock together. I heard through them of Auxsonia. I wasn't interested, but they knew of her, and I knew of her through them. So I never met her personally. I don't know if the others did either, but from what I've heard, is she's not nice, to put it mildly.
Do you know
And
where?
she loves power.
Oh,
no, Vamir. Oh wait, would I know that?
Vamir's dead. We killed Vamir.
Vamir.
Elyswen would not.
Nah, Elyswen would not know that. Forget I said
Nope.
anything.
On that note, do you know where? This is a touchy subject. Do you know where Velis might be? Valure?
I know where he is, or at least where he was last I saw him. It's been a while, but if he's the way he was back then, he hasn't moved.
Where?
Or I say that, I need to know. You have anything planned against him? He's not the bandit that you knew back then. And although I've tried to move on, he's struggled to. I just want to make sure you're not going to cut him down on. Do I have your word that you won't?
I need to have a conversation with him. I need answers. If everything that you say is true, I won't have a need to cut him down. But people can lie. They can lie really well. So I'd like to find out the truth from his mouth, if that's all right with you.
Valure is going to go and do sense motive.
Okay.
That's a whopping +3. Unnatural
Do it.
20.
Okay, what are you trying to discern?
Mainly if she's telling the truth. That she is being completely honest in her answer in that.
Okay.
She's hesitant to make any promises that she wouldn't hurt him because she wants to find out for herself rather than take someone she's just met word for it.
All right. I'll take you to him.
Where?
Zach, where was the last place I saw him?
Aram Naris.
Armnaris.
Okay, that's a few days away.
It's unfortunately not this city. Wait, don't you have a friend that can teleport?
Yeah.
That was under extenuating circumstances. Though.
Yeah, we'll have to talk with him about that. We've got a lot of things we've got to do. We've got to sell stuff today.
Also, he's probably on his way to Fjoller?
Solabar?
Solabar.
His friend. There was a pigeon or something that was sent there. So he's waiting to hear back from his friend.
Well, no, the pigeon evidently didn't make it, so he said he would go himself.
Oh, okay. But there are a few things that we need to do, or at least figure out, right? Like, we need to figure out how we're going to, one, get enough funds right away without selling all of our things.
Bjorn's helping with that, remember?
Yeah.
Doing some of the work.
Katarina, are you doing okay? You're having trouble with a roll. Are you?
No, it's fine. She'll quickly try to normally take a bite.
Sense motive. Should I let this go right now or 23? Should I let this go?
You notice what you've noticed basically is that it almost looks like she's having to relearn how to use her left hand.
Okay, but her demeanor is because she's in there's a lot of people here, right, that aren't we've even got Valure who's new, and then we've got a bunch of other people. Is she trying to be don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
All right. Sorry, just random thoughts today. Should let it go. But I noticed Noah. Oh my gosh, guys. What's our plan? What are we gonna do?
Plan?
What do we do?
You guys focus on that other stuff. I got some stuff I need to do in the city, and I can also look for work, see what I can find for ways to raise funds.
Before we... Oh, sorry.
When we hear back from Bjorn, depending on the offer, we might have that covered.
Good point. Something else that I think deserves more immediate attention is that we might do well in finding a new place to stay.
That's a good point.
I'd hate to wear out our welcome like we did last night.
Okay, but what if we leave and then something happens here to them because they know that they're we're friends with,
what are your thoughts on the matter?
Yeah, Decimus? Zach?
Yeah.
Oh.
As much as I enjoy the company of the four of you, some of whom I'm pleased to meet for the first time, as he looks at Katarina and Ramio, I think it might be wise. I know what you're doing is for the best of this city, but you seem to be attracting very powerful enemies.
Yeah, we'll get out of your hair after breakfast. We'll go find somewhere. We appreciate all that you've done.
Malik, would it be better if we got out of the city for a little bit? Or should we stay here? As in city.
Well, with Valen's out of the city, things seem to have gotten a little.
Has he not made it back yet?
Not that I know of, but no. take that for what it is.
Should be back
Um,
today, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Because
Yeah,
we've
sorry.
jumped around a lot. And if they traveled normally, it would be like today. But if they were
It's
stealthily,
felt like more than 2 days. It's been a bit of a time.
feels like 2 or 3 weeks, huh?
Considering all the traveling we did, yeah.
Well, among
well, I
other
can
things.
sympathize with that, but the city has been quieter, although it sounds like you might be planning a trip to the capital.
Actually, yes, I have an appointment in 2 days
We can't even make it there in 2 days.
with Bjorn, maybe.
I think he might be otherwise occupied.
Like I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty sure he's on his way to Solimar.
Great. Okay, well, I can.
Well, what appointment did you have?
Oh, I made an appointment with one of the senators.
Oh, that's not
To-
someone to stand up.
I know, but I could send a message. I'm also feeling a lot. I don't know.
You're heading to the capital city. I could find the arena and earn a bit of coin that way.
Same.
I think we all could, honestly.
We could, but there is the matter of Celis revealing himself, and I am a bit worried about things in Savaria getting worse as we leave. I mean, look what happened. I know it was for significantly longer, but
We do need to go to the what's his name? The leader in town, the military legate, and
We're not sure we can trust the legate.
Right, because he gives messages.
I mean,
but we.
Elyswen, it was basically the legates where you saw the messenger leave last night, right?
It was, it was a different place, right, Zach? Than like the military offices.
That was the military offices.
Oh, was it the military?
No, the Legion has taken over the city.
Oh, okay.
The
So
city
they moved
guard
in.
barracks as their base of operations, essentially.
Okay. Yes, that is where the messenger came from, but unfortunately, we don't know what he had with him.
Right, but
So, I see what you're saying. That it's very possible
we can't trust anyone in the military. Is what I'm saying.
Yes. Precisely, and unfortunately, I mean, it could have all been exonerating, you know? It could have said exactly who on the inside we could trust and who we couldn't, but without knowing that, I don't think we can feel safe trusting anyone.
Exactly.
I hate this. Hate not knowing. I hate us being not in power to change things and seeing everybody do things and changing things, like Valen's taking things in his own hands, and then anyway, it's just messy.
Regardless, it is messy. And one of the things we could maybe do to keep it less messy is find somewhere to be tonight.
There's this great place called the Heinz Grove. Have you heard of it?
We probably shouldn't go anywhere
That's
we've been before.
We also probably shouldn't go anywhere with other people around.
What do you have in mind?
Maybe we should discuss later when there aren't so many people around. It would be compromising to expose our whereabouts to other people. It could put them in harm's way.
Ox finishes eating breakfast. Well, we could go upstairs and we could have a quick conversation and then we could leave. Sooner the better. Right?
Sounds good to me.
I'll go upstairs. I'll say goodbye to Malik and dismiss.
Wait, did Malik answer my question whether or not it would be better for us to stay in the city or leave?
Say it again.
Because I had asked Malik if he thought we should get out of the city or stay, if he would have anything for us that, or if it would be better if we create a distance between ourselves and Savaria.
I mean, he said that the city's been quieter lately,
Mhm.
but he also said it sounded like you guys are going to be going to Armnars. So he didn't really answer one way or the other.
I guess I'll reiterate my question then.
I think the best course of action is to continue to learn more about whoever this Celis is. He's the next step to unraveling the jackals, I think. Perhaps you can stay in the city, but I feel, the Empire is big, and the jackals have proven that their reach is long. He may not be here. But at least take some time and rest. Get your feet back under you.
Okay.
Until we know better, Savaria might be the best place for us to look right now.
Perhaps. Was there anything else? He kind of looks out the window, at the kind of outside. It is starting to get close to when I need to, I was planning on speaking with Adari this morning to update her. Was there anything else?
Have you had the chance to speak with her about the Legion?
I have... what specifically?
Just about their, it's looking like more and more potential involvement in all of this. At least some members.
Yes, I've told her briefly in a short message yesterday, but it's difficult to say whether or not the military is... Well, it's difficult to say how far corruption might go.
Did you or she have any opinions on how we should proceed? Should we not proceed for now? But along that particular angle?
Where the military is concerned, tread very carefully.
Understood.
There is a saying among my people, even a bullet with no eyes is still very dangerous. The military may not be quick to see things, but that does not mean it is not powerful.
Okay. I'm pretty sure we've explained everything that Celis said to us. Almost everything. He definitely seemed like he was toying with us because he kept saying something about a game. That's not how you play by the game, by the rules. He and Valure had this back and forth thing, ask a question, then I'll answer a question, and then we did something that he didn't like, and then he...
Oh, that was me.
Fireballed us. Okay. The messenger that we followed there, he was dead when we got there, so he was killed.
And the letters were gone.
His eyes were burned out of him, worse than blindness, I think, or something. It was bad. He was dead. He disappeared immediately. We were locked in. So he had to have been there because the door was locked. So he had to have been there, right?
Well, I can't say that I know anything about magic, but one way or the other, we can be certain that this Celis is very, very dangerous
Yes.
and very cunning. I
Yeah.
mean, whether or not he was there, he had prepared for you.
Hmm.
The door was fully reinforced with metal as well.
He was planning.
All the windows were barred.
Hmm. Yep. Yep. There was like nothing in the house. It was just
completely
empty. And then we couldn't find our way out. So
Regardless of all the else, it seems that he's a more cunning adversary than our previous foes.
Be very, very careful with how you go about tracking this particular prey.
we will. And
Yeah.
you, be careful. Because he probably knows that we're involved with you. So
He gives you a smile. Please, I'm always careful. Well, I really should be going. I don't want to alarm Adari.
okay, we'll cast sending to you if anything comes up.
Very well. Decimus, Janus, thank you again for your continued hospitality. Although perhaps, like my friends here, it is time for me to find another place to lay my head. And Janus just kind of gives a nod. Decimus replies, Malik, of course, you are welcome anytime, but I understand, and I appreciate your concern for me and mine. And then Malik gives like a short bow, and he starts heading towards the main door.
Wait, one quick thing.
Yes?
If you need to speak to us, I'll send Avize to, let's say, what's that big public, like the public green right in the middle, like right by the rat wall? Like in front of the palace?
Longport? No, not Longport.
Yeah, no, that's like the gardens. Oh, it's like a parade area or like fairgrounds essentially.
Okay. I'll send Avize to be at the northernmost point of the parade grounds at, say, noon every day.
Even while we're gone?
If we leave, then no. But
didn't
I'll send him with a message.
Didn't Ox just say she'd use sending?
Yeah, if we need
But
to.
that's only if that goes one way.
That's not if you need to contact us.
Got it. Well, I will be there if I need to let you know something.
Okay, and you can. I'm assuming he's on my shoulder.
Yeah.
You can speak to him like you would any of us. He's a very smart boy, and he just like looks down and says, "I'm a very smart boy."
Right. Well, I really should be going.
Bye.
Very well.
And we should be going too. How do we want to get out of here?
Well, we should probably I have some things here that I'll need to pack up. We should probably have a meeting upstairs. And I'll turn to look at Decimus and literally just be like, "It was a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for your hospitality."
The pleasure is all mine. And hopefully when this is all finished, you can come and be the honored guest you should be.
Thank you. And with that, she'll kind of like excuse herself and start to head upstairs.
Okay.
I follow.
Lord Decimus, thank you as always. And then, yep, up and out.
Okay. As you guys walk out of the dining area, you kind of walk, basically you go out into the main entry hall, and then take the stairs up. But as you're there, you see the door kind of crack open, the main door crack open, and you see Malik step inside, and he's holding what appears to be a small box.
Is everything okay, Malik?
Yes, I got this package from a friend of mine. He said it is a present. And then you watch as Malik goes to open the box.
Detect magic right away.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Guys, we were just talking about letter bombs today. Break.
Elyswen. Let me find the page I'm looking
Still
for.
preparing my spells for the day.
Okay.
That's a lot I have to pick.
Okay, so it does take a standard action to cast, which might be too much.
Okay. So you finish your spell as Malik is opening. He tears off the paper, the just common brown paper on this package. There's a letter that falls to the floor, and then there's a box. And he opens the box, you see, just as he's beginning to open it, you see 2 magical auras. One on Malik, one on the box.
Oh, crap.
And then he opens the box, and immediately there is the sound of a thunderous boom. Malik is thrown backwards against the door. The box explodes into a shower of splinters, and Malik takes 28 points of force damage and is basically leaning up, sitting down back against the door, looking pretty dazed.
Detect magic. Ox does it too. I was gonna do it before Elyswen said it, so I'm not narrating, but
Okay, Ox. You see there's some kind of magical aura on Malik.
anything on
you
the
guys are
letter?
I'm also putting up detect magic as they're doing that.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Ramio's puts his hands
I've got
up,
my sword.
circles his hands and makes binoculars from his hands.
Like magic binoculars.
Oh my
Just magic,
gosh.
guys.
Yes.
So yes, you see the same thing Ox sees. Some kind of magical emanation coming from Malik. The box is splinters. There's nothing left of the box. But the letter is still on the ground. And
Is
there's
there anything magical with the letter?
Nope.
Okay. Can I make a knowledge arcana check to try to identify the nature of the aura on Malik?
Yeah, actually, I believe with
You can just watch for 3 rounds.
detect magic, if you basically look at him long enough.
Oh, okay.
Malik, are you okay?
Auxsonia?
What was that?
Maybe heal him, Ox.
Get down. Let's go. I'll start running towards him.
Get out of the main hall. Get out of the main hall.
Yeah. So
I'm
you
grabbing
Help
that
drag Malik.
Okay.
I'm grabbing that letter. I'm
you
still
kinda-
looking at Malik.
Don't
Cool.
touch it
You
with your
kinda-
hands, Katarina.
Too late.
Oh, wait. I have mage hand.
Too late. She picked it up.
Crap.
So you grab Malik. He seems pretty dazed, and he just keeps saying to himself "But my friend said it was a gift. I don't understand it. This doesn't seem right.
Jacob. Need some like intense
And then-
music, Noah.
Of course, several like Decimus and Caius and several other like one of the cooks, it looks like, kind of burst into the main hall. They're like trying to help. After 3 rounds, where are you guys taking him?
Dining room.
Okay, you sit him down in a chair.
Yeah.
Sit him down in a chair. After about 3 rounds, the 3 of you, I need you to make a knowledge arcana check, each of you. Except for poor mundane Ramio.
What was that explosion?
Yeah, I think he did detect the magic, to be fair. Got a 28.
This is not normal. This is not okay. I don't have
There's an explosion.
a knowledge
Of course, it's not
arcana.
normal.
So it's a
No, I
straight
rolled
intelligence.
so bad.
I have a 19 was my roll.
I got a 13.
Okay. Wow. That's actually really hilarious that you don't have any ranks in knowledge arcana and you know what it is, and
It doesn't know.
Can I not like take a 10?
Nope. That takes time.
Nope.
And 3 rounds.
So let's see. You get to. Okay, so you both know that the School of Magic was evocation. Yeah.
What about the
Oh,
one? on
sorry.
Malik?
Excuse me. Sorry, the one on Malik. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Would be enchantment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I try to
Probably.
figure out what this might be? Like, do I have an idea of what spell this could be?
Yeah. Give me a spellcraft.
Okay. Oh, there's the one. 14.
14.
But I got a 1 on the die, so.
Oof.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Seems like from what you can tell, both studying the aura and all of the various things that you know, seems to be a charm person spell, but
yeah.
of a higher grade than you have ever seen cast.
he's safe to be around, but he's been charmed.
That's fine. We can just dispel it. I prepared that for the day.
I'll go out to the hall. Just like, pop out. Make sure that there's not like, a giant 6-headed snake or something.
Wait, is that box going to just keep exploding the more people
7.
touch it?
The box is gone.
Yeah, the box is destroyed.
Well.
And it's a 7-headed snake.
Oh, good.
Elyswen, did
I've
you
heard
wanna-
about this. What was
Now, I'll say, Elyswen, did you want to check this out? And I'll hold out the letter.
that? I can look at it.
Don't touch it with your hands. You guys.
Is there an aura on it?
Nope.
No.
Looks like a parchment envelope.
I mean, I think we all know who it is, right?
We still need to see what it says.
I'm almost inclined not to give him the satisfaction, but you're probably right. Did you want to open it up? Or I can if you'd like me to.
Actually, considering
Hang on. I'm gonna
What happened
heal.
with the
I'm
box?
gonna just heal Malik really quick here.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
poor Malik.
I'm gonna go out to the entryway and is there like a table in the entryway somewhere?
Yeah.
I'm gonna set the letter on the entryway and then cast Mage Hand and use that to open the letter.
Okay. You open the letter, or you open the envelope, and there's a letter inside.
Okay. I will unfold it and then read it from a distance.
Okay. Appears to be a short letter with 4 other smaller pieces of some kind of paper or parchment on the inside. But those 4 smaller pieces of parchment have looks like gold filigree around the borders, and the writing is done in like calligraphy, and there seems to be like a kind of fancy seal on the bottom of it.
Mm-hmm.
The letter says, "If you're reading this, the game is still on, which makes me happy. It's been a while since I've had interesting opponents.
Oh, he's psycho.
There seems to be there is a gala being held in the capital on the 25th.
What day is today?
Today
16th.
is the 16th. On the 25th of Sun's Height. I would be delighted if you would join me. Don't be late."
And what's the current day?
16th.
16th.
And it's on the
9 days.
25th.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like we need to get to the capital.
Mm.
How long does it take to get to Armnars from here?
Took
Like
you
a
guys a week last time.
We should probably go. We should probably get on our way.
Are you
Mhm.
reading this out loud to all of us who are still in the dining room, by the way? Katarina?
We're in the entryway. Elyswen and I are in the entryway.
Oh, I'm not.
And
though.
probably
I'm with
read this
Malik.
together.
Yeah, I would have gone to the
I was just-
entryway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
I was
three
talking
are
to
there.
people who are here in the entryway.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
chilling with Malik.
if you are alone with Malik, I'm gonna say that's probably a bad idea. So I'll hang out there.
Well,
I just don't want
Justinus
him
is
to,
still
like-
there with Canis and Caius.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
like there's other people around.
Okay. I just want to make sure he doesn't like jump up and try to choke anybody.
That's not what Charm does.
I know, but usually also magic doesn't explode in boxes. So.
I mean, some magic specifically explodes.
Depends.
well,
depends on-
yeah.
depends on the
Yeah,
magic.
yeah,
Cliff
yeah,
Warden.
yeah. I'm just saying, dude's already
We
pulled.
were
a couple things we
literally
didn't
talking
expect.
about explosive rune right before this
Yep.
session.
hmm
Hear me out. Hear me out. I don't like it. I
So
just
you're-
want to make sure.
So you're in the dining hall.
Yeah.
So Katarina, are you reading this out loud just to Valure then?
Just to Valure, then, who's right next to me. I take it those gold filigree things are official invitations to the gala
They are.
with each
If
of
you
our
look
names
at
on them.
If you look at them closely, they yes. If you look at them closely, the main script is where's mine? The annual senatorial gala held on the 25th of Sun's Height in the capital. More specifically in in the Citadel itself.
Dang. Is that all the letter said as well?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was signed Celis.
Yeah, of course it was. I didn't even doubt that.
Okay.
Well, there's no point in finding a place to stay here for a day. We might as well make our way over there. It'll give us 2 days there to prepare, and we'll have the week there to come up with a plan. And after basically just kind of like processing that, she'll grab the letter and the invitations and walk back into the dining room. Change of plans.
What's up?
We've been invited to
Detect magic. You better not be enchanted.
Everybody
Charmed.
here who's gets charmed.
I mean, you pick up several magical emanations because I believe. I mean, definitely.
You pick up quite a bit of magic coming from Katarina. Like a lot. You pick up like, okay, hold on, how many?
Oh, I need to know.
You pick up 2 distinct auras.
Okay.
That are definitely the effects of active spells.
Okay.
And something else kind of like subtly coursing through like her entire body. And then you also see like glowing kind of outlines covering a little more than half of her, and that like are also covering like both of her hands, a decent chunk of her face, and stuff like that.
I have detect magic up, and I'm seeing some auras around you. Just making sure.
Spells up.
Okay, how many?
Well, if you count my hat too.
And
I'm
you
guessing
had. You said you have 3 on you, Noah.
No, I said there were 2 distinct auras of active spells. There's magic like coursing through her blood.
Okay, that's like.
That is quite potent.
Gnome.
And basically, roughly where you remember like the areas of her that were covered in scales, but like a little more now. There's a different magical aura.
That one is not the magical effects that are on you, right? Like those are
no, that's not
separate.
That's
not the
that's
disguise.
Not a spell effect.
Okay.
It's just like magic.
You can tell that none of these auras look like the one that's on Malik.
I'm going to assume you still think that Celis is a treacherous bastard.
Who's that too?
Katarina.
Oh, no, 100%. I'll basically read the letter out, though, and explain that we've been invited to the gala.
Malik heals for 8.
Could you do the AoE one?
Oh yeah, I can do that, no problem. Everybody get in.
It's a little bit crisp for me.
That's an interesting name.
Look.
15 healing.
Maybe it's magical jargon. We don't know.
Yeah, Malik.
Ooh. 15 healing to
Oh.
everybody.
Okay, Malik is still hurt.
Yeah.
You?
So am I.
8 and 15. He's at 23. That did
23.
26.
I told him he took 28 points of damage.
Yeah, he...
So, excuse me, 27 points of damage.
Guys, how bad? Oh, I will channel again.
Valure just standing there in awe, just looking at like his arms, still a little bit of burns, just the rest of the burns just healing up. Like,
12.
is this just a thing you can do?
Would anybody be opposed to staying in Savaria for one extra night?
Why?
The
The sooner we get there, the more time we have to
Can I see the letter?
prepare.
The thing?
That was an unfortunate accident, but I still need to leave. I need to get to Adari.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. Dispel magic on Malik. I'm casting Dispel magic on Malik. Level 3.
Okay.
Do I need to make a roll to dispel his ongoing effect?
What level... were you able to tell what level of spell was cast on him?
high level. Beyond that,
Yeah.
it easily could have taken one of us.
don't think he's
Most
seeing
likely.
a Dari, guys. I do not think he's seeing a Dari.
I think he's probably trying to do the best he can with, well,
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We need to have this detect magic up all 24/7 now. Ah. Okay.
Whoa, okay. I need you to make a check, a dispel check.
Yeah.
I need you to roll a d20 and add your caster level.
Which is my level?
Yep.
23.
Okay. You still have detect magic going, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You cast dispel magic, and it does not work.
No! Hang on, Malik. Hang on. Malik, you've been
there's a
charmed.
good
Or,
chance
I
that he's
guess.
going to be like that for a long time.
Hang on. I'm gonna try it again.
I don't understand. I understand. I understand your concern, but I'm feeling much better. Thank you for that. But I need to be on my way now.
It's not safe to go, Malik.
Look, it was just an unfortunate accident, I'm sure.
It definitely wasn't that.
How can you say that? That was a gift from a friend. It must have just been...
Malik, that wasn't a friend.
I mean, you don't know. I have many friends.
Yeah, and this wasn't one of them. A friend wouldn't give you a bomb.
Like I said, it must have been some kind of
I try again.
misunderstanding or something.
Spell
Malik,
magic.
you've been charmed. You're not.
That one.
Nope.
I try again. That's a 7. Ugh, I try again. Okay, that's better. 25.
You watch as the magical aura around Malik fades and disappears. And he kind of like, as he gets this kind of confused look on his face, and he kind of like shakes his head, almost like he's trying to get like water out of his ear. Oh, that was... What?
Malik?
What does the person look like?
That was unpleasant.
Malik, you were just... Calm down. Stay calm. You were under the effects...
He's totally calm.
I know. You were under the effects of a spell. It's dispelled now.
Do you remember the person who gave you the box?
It was just a courier.
Do you remember
What did it look like?
how long you've been...
I don't know. Doesn't stand out very much. Just average looking.
It could have been disguised too.
Well,
Pretty easy to do. Until just like absentmindedly like gesture to her entire self.
Mhm.
And I think with this it is perhaps I amend my statement earlier. Perhaps it is best if you do get out of the city.
We need
Obviously,
to get
he knows where you are.
Yeah.
He knows where you are. Someone knows where you are. They charmed you.
The letter in
But-
the box was from Salah, so that could have actually been him.
The letter indicates that he's far more interested in the four of you.
Definitely. If we head to Armnars, I doubt he'll
This
continue to bother
more
you.
seems to be a message of sorts.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned he
Let's get out of here.
was talking about
Okay.
playing games.
Let's get out of this house. Let's get out of
We
this
need to
manor.
head to Armnars.
there's a good chance that this is a diversion as well to get us out of the city, but we don't have any clear answers either way, so
It
might as well go.
it seems from this, either you play along or he starts putting more bombs in boxes.
Yeah.
Or who knows what else. Ugh. He does like this shiver. Magic is, it's easy to forget just how terrifying it can be.
For sure.
I'm gonna go. Let's go. I'm leaving.
Yes, despite being charmed or whatever it was you said, I still do need to see Adara even more now. Warn her.
Great.
Sorry.
Can
we have at least a few hours?
Where are you gonna go, Elyswen? What do you need? What do you need?
We don't have to leave right away. We should just leave today, though.
I must go. Well, good luck in your travels. You're going to the capital, I assume?
Frick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tread carefully.
I'm going to escort Malik to Adari to make sure that it's Adari. Do you guys want to get ready to leave and then we can meet?
I have some things I need to take care of before we head
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
So where do you want to meet? Because we'll go right now.
I say we meet with Sammy at Cloud Crest.
Are we taking Sam?
We should probably leave Sammy here.
Are we getting horses or walking?
I think we should.
It would probably be best to get horses.
If we would rather do that.
If we want to move fast, we should get horses.
I can be in charge of horses then.
Okay, you go get horses. Meet us at Cloud Crest, and
Make sure I'll actually sit on mine, please.
What?
What on yours?
Probably not a full-size horse, is all I'm saying.
I'll get you a pony.
Thanks.
Meet there in 2 hours.
3.
3 sounds fine to
3
me.
hours. Okay.
What time is it?
It's morning.
High noon.
Do we just want to meet at like noon?
Yep.
If we're getting horses, we could stay an extra night here.
Nope.
No, we should get out of town.
Yep.
Okay.
I agree.
Elizabeth, what is it you're wanting? Why are you wanting to stay here so bad?
Because I am not prepared to travel into what could be dangerous country with the spells that I've prepared for today. I guess that doesn't really prepare me any better for.
I mean, here isn't safe either, and that's been made evidently clear.
Yeah.
Gesturing to the entryway.
We're just sitting gooses here.
Better moving targets than sitting ducks.
Fair enough.
I'll go open the door and just walk right outside and leave with Malik.
I'm gonna start heading upstairs to my room.
Okay. Who's going with, just Ox is going with Malik?
I'll go too.
Okay. So the two of you escort Malik to the manor where Adari is staying. Claudius Estate down here.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets there just fine. Knocks on the door. The same serving woman that you saw last time opens the door. And Malik greets her, and then she allows you to come inside.
Oh, before we left, could I have my invitation from Celis from...
Yeah, I would have
Katarina?
handed out the invitations.
Okay.
She has it safe. In a...
So everyone add an invitation to the gala to your inventory.
It's exciting.
I've never been to anything fancy.
Zach, I am casting Detect Magic as we're entering this place.
Okay.
Just so you're aware. I'm checking for any more charms.
Cool. Where did... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you cast Detect Magic. Malik leads you through the manor up to like a study, where you find a Dari. And Malik proceeds to basically, I suppose, and you guys can chime in and tell a Dari what happened in the city last night and what just happened this morning.
Yep.
All throughout the manor, there is no magic that you detect.
Cool. All right.
And then when you've finished, Adari's just been listening politely. When you've finished relaying all of that, well, I can't say that this Celis sounds, well, the name seems familiar, but I can't quite place it. Although, as it would happen, I am actually going to that same gala. I've been invited along by one of the senators. I hope that it can be a good opportunity to drum up some support and some sympathy for the city. I won't be leaving today, of course, though. Still a few things to wrap up here.
Okay. Well, we'll see you at the gala then.
I mean,
Of course.
we could provide some traveling companionship, given the
Well,
circumstances.
We're leaving today.
Or maybe our companionship isn't. We could stay.
It seems like your friends are wanting to leave pretty quickly, and it seems like a fairly reasonable desire, considering Malik was almost killed this morning.
Yeah, we can't stay. We gotta go. But if you want to leave, we're leaving today. So we're leaving it. Yeah. But it sounds like you're not leaving today, so never mind. I won't tell you where we're gonna meet up, just in case. I don't know. Things are weird.
Of course. Well, at the very least, we should hopefully run into each other at the gala. I suspect that you should be safe enough there. I don't think whoever he is, if he's at the gala, he's got influence. I don't think he would ruin that by making any kind of violent moves there. So as long as you can make it to the gala, you should be safe enough.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All
I
right.
think perhaps expecting the unexpected is the best way to proceed for now.
I think that sounds like a wise course of action.
See you at the gala. Bye.
Stay safe.
Fair winds. And thank you for saving Malik. If he hasn't said so, he can be sometimes. Well, thank you. I don't know where I'd be without him.
No problem.
And Malik looks appreciably embarrassed. Definitely the kind of person who doesn't take compliments very well.
He's saved us enough times. It was my turn to pay him back. I mean, don't get mushy about it. Whatever. Bye. Just walks out.
Yes, well, it's all the same. Okay, where are you two heading?
Elyswen?
I have an agenda.
Okay.
I need
Before we... If it's not going to be something short, let me jump over to Ramio and
It will be
Katarina
pretty
real
short.
quick.
It is like 2 things. It's really quick.
Okay.
I
Go
just
for
want to go to the bank to get enough money, 90 gold, to buy ink so that I can write down a spell in my spellbook.
Okay. Fair enough.
What was the other thing?
Is it?
Oh, the spells.
Okay.
Really quick.
So is
Just
Ox
looking
going
right-
with you, or is Ox going... Where's Ox going?
Oh, wow.
Ox is not going with unless you're wanting me to go with.
I mean,
Oh, who's
if you want to
that?
come,
That's a Dari.
Oh.
If Fox wants to come, she's more than welcome.
No, I've got an errand I need to run to.
Okay,
Bye.
Nice.
see you later.
That looks great.
That looks so good.
Super awesome.
Mine is. I'll go last. Noah, you go. What do you
Okay,
want?
go ahead, Katarina.
I had a question for you because I would have learned kind of the workings of this through my conversation there earlier. How does the library work? If I need to leave town and I have a book.
You will. It's the typical procedure is to give notice or request an extension, essentially.
Okay. In that case, I will be heading to the library to request an extension.
Okay.
But I will be returning the Common to Elvish dictionary.
Got it. Ramio.
I am going to the stables and buying horses.
Okay.
Do you have money?
Yeah, I got money.
Man, this guy's loaded.
Yeah, it's a few hundred gold.
Oh.
I'm not loaded, but I'm not poor either.
Okay.
Basically, when you met Ramio, he had just finished up a job, is what I'm running it as.
Nice.
Oh, I'll put it back to normal music now that we're not dealing with the super tense.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Also,
these
Malika is
chimes.
up in the chat just a little bit further.
Yeah. Malik was good too. Malik and Adari.
So you make your way to the stables, where you meet a somewhat portly, but very tall, just generally large man. So you're interested in a horse. What are you looking for? We have fine riding horses, light, fast, and swifter horses for pulling carriages. Several even that I have that were intended to be used for the Legion's cavalry, but alas, payment wasn't made, and so I still have them. Also have some fine ponies and other assorted, and of course all of the bridle and tack saddles that you could need.
Sounds like you're my man. Gonna need 4 horses. Looking to go to Armnars, making good time. Bit of a bigger one for myself, and I am wearing my full plate.
Yeah, I figure.
Something bigger
Well,
for me, and something along the small side. Probably one of your ponies.
You look like an adventurous fellow. I think one of these legionary horses would suit you very well.
Thinking the same thing. Show me what you got.
Okay, he takes you to a beautiful looking stallion, kind of a nice chestnut brown, very powerfully built horse. This here's the pride and joy of the stables. Legionary trained horse won't shy away from fighting. Strong and fast. Good endurance too.
Can I use like knowledge nature or handle animal to like do a once over of the horse?
I will accept knowledge nature or appraise.
I have neither of those, so let's go appraise. 5. Yep, that's a horse.
You know, you're pretty sure it's got 4 legs that end in hoofs. It's got a tail. It's got a long nose, 2 ears. I mean, like, all the pieces seem to be there.
Well, its legs aren't broken.
Never. I would never sell a lame horse.
Well, looks fine to me. And I'm gonna go up and see if the horse is friendly, give it a few pets.
Yeah, it seems friendly enough. Kind of sniffs you a little bit. Kind of seems like it's maybe looking for food. Kind of like nuzzles at a pocket. Oh, I guess you're wearing armor, so it's not. You don't really have any exposed pockets, but it seems calm enough. But it is as big as you are. Like, this horse is big.
Fine horse.
Yeah, you don't, Ramio. In your life, you've really never dealt with horses. It was always like a kind of a luxury, and so you've seen them from afar. But being up and close, personal with one, especially one that seems to be a warhorse, it's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little intimidating.
I've probably ridden a few horses, but those were like ones in banditry we stole.
Yeah.
I learned how to ride them essentially, but I was never.
Yeah, chances are, like, the horses you've ridden from stealing were like you stole from a farmer, or like a courier or someone like that.
Mm-hmm. They were never super fine or nice.
Essentially, like work horses. They weren't particularly fast. Most of them were fairly old.
Well, I'll take this one. What else do you got? Nothing too fancy for the other two, and then a pony would do.
Well, of course, I have some very swift, somewhat lighter horses, but they'll keep up with the stallion here, and of course a pony. So and he leads you through the stables to two other horses. One of them's like kind of white and brown spots. The other is like a gray color, just a mottled gray, and then a pony, brown with a white blaze on its nose, or on its forehead. As you can see, all fine and excellent creatures, well bred, well fed, hale and hearty.
Can see that. Now for the serious question. What are you going to run me for the 4 horses plus tack to get us to Armnaris?
Well, let's see. He puts on like this, like he kind of, one left arm like over his kind of rotund belly, and the other one kind of up to his chin as he kind of looks up and is making this big show of thinking about the cost. Well, I have to add all of this together.
Lunch horses are not cheap.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think 55 platinum should cover the cost of everything nicely.
Can I roll insight to see if he's like highballing me or?
Sure.
Natural 20, 23.
Oh.
I know nothing about horses, but I know people.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You may not know much about the horse you're buying, but you do know when someone is trying to make a good deal for themselves, so to speak. You definitely think that he's you get the feeling that he's inflated the cost a little bit, but not by much.
$55 platinum, that is... Our fine horses.
550 gold.
These are fine horses, well worth the cost.
$500, or 50 platinum.
And make a diplomacy check.
4 with a -1. 3.
So you know people, but you don't know how to talk to
Nope. That's pretty on point for this character.
You can read a book, but you can't write them.
Yep.
Well, he didn't roll very high either. I think I could part with this fine horse, or these fine horses, for 53. I have grown quite fond of the stallion. I will miss him.
What's the stallion's name?
It's freaking. Just for that, the cost went up. So.
What's his name? Hot glue.
Wow.
Oh, Jake, I love that picture in the background.
Nice.
Let me see which. Oh, the one right up here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's actually a sheet metal.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
It's.
Is it magnet?
Is it a display?
magnetized?
Display. Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag.
So cool.
No, it's
Hashtag not.
yeah, it's
Oh, cool.
legit sheet metal of One Piece.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
super cool.
Oh,
I
I
got
love
an
that.
anime
so much.
convention about a year or two. No, this was pre-COVID. This was like 2-3 years ago.
Wow.
Dang,
Isn't it
that's
weird?
awesome, dude.
Weird how you think like, oh, this only happened a year ago, but actually,
And it's like,
it
wait,
happened
no, it was pre-pandemic, 3 years ago.
pre-pandemic, yeah.
2 years for COVID. Technically.
I think we
That's
should just
wild.
erase the past 2 years when all of this is maybe
Can we just
over.
reset that?
Control Alt Delete.
Uh,
Oh, man. Heaven forbid a worse pandemic rages. Be like, well, great.
The Charger's name is Lancer.
Answer. Fine name. All right, you got a
And-
deal.
Very well. And he puts out his big meaty hand.
Yep, I open up and I pass over 53 platinum.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right. Well, it'll be just a moment. Let me go gather the tack and everything. And because I'm feeling in a good mood, I'll throw in a few bags of feed as well.
Yeah.
Some oats as a parting gift to Lancer.
He is a fine horse.
Okay. After a few minutes, you get all of the horses saddled up, and let's see. So you wanted total to confirm. You have Lancer, the horse. It'll also tell you that the other horses' names, he'll tell you that his daughter names the horses, except for Lancer. And so the pony's name is Marigold. The dappled gray mare is named Daisy,
Cute.
and what was the other one? I think they're called paints. The white and brown one is named. Let's go Lavender. So you have Lancer, Marigold, Lavender, Daisy. A riding saddle for the 2 horses and the pony. A military saddle for Lancer. He gives you a couple bags of oats. Were you also wanting like saddlebags?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
or
Those
enough to
those
carry
aren't
our stuff, but not, nothing too crazy.
okay. You can throw that in. They're not expensive at all. Like when you're talking about 53 platinum pieces,
Yeah.
4 gold is not a big deal. Cool. So after about 15 minutes of getting everything fully fit up, Ramio, you are the proud owner of a combat-trained heavy horse.
Oh.
Wow.
You need a lance, my man.
2 light horses and a pony.
You know that Lancer was like 400 gold worth of that
I
prize.
know.
You need a lance, my man.
300. Lancer was fully more than 50% of the cost.
Oh.
He fully cost, let's see, just for breakdown, the light horses were each a quarter of what Lancer cost.
Yep.
And the pony was only 30 gold.
Nice.
Which is a 10th. You have 10 times the horse that Katarina will have.
My horse is a CR2.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd like the like equivalent is Valure rides up. He's in like a Ferrari and it's towing like 3 Dodge Neon.
Wow.
It's more like he's riding a Ferrari and he's towing, or he's got a 2 Toyota Camrys and a Geo Prism.
Oh my
A
goodness.
smart car.
It's tiny. Small edition.
But like a knockoff smart car. Because cars are actually pretty expensive.
Nice.
It's not a smart car. It's an intelligent car.
I'm just imagining it's a
A witty car.
An intellectual car.
Above average intellect car.
That's smarter than your average bear car. I'm done.
Wow.
Title for this episode: Horseshoes and Hand Grenades.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
How dare you?
Oh no.
Perfect.
It's your
Perfect.
character. You can make that joke.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I blew up my own
Hand
NPC, so it
delivered
doesn't matter.
grenades. There you go.
That's even.
Oh my gosh. That's good.
Oh boy.
That's
Okay,
good.
so, Ox,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I'm going to the Temple of Amriel.
Okay.
Then I am
Alright.
going inside and I am going to request an audience with Marius.
Marius.
Great.
Okay.
Very politely, I will ask to, hey, do you remember me, Auxsonia?
Yes, of course.
Hey,
We had a very interesting conversation last time you were here, I believe. A couple of days ago.
we did. I have been thinking about trying something, and I'm really I figured I would come to a place where there'd be other clerics that maybe they can do this, and I could, in exchange, I can for an hour of your time, I can give you an hour of my time and heal people or something.
I suppose. What were you wanting to try?
Okay,
Nothing dangerous, I
This
hope.
might be a long shot, but do you have a scrying pool or mirror that I can borrow for an hour and 9 minutes. Because it's an hour to cast. I can stay here and do it here. I don't have to leave.
The
I just
specificity of an hour and
An
9
hour.
minutes.
No, let me go get my sundial real quick and make sure I get a good
right,
timing on
totally. Sorry.
No,
He
it's okay. I
gives
bought
you-
an hourglass.
Go.
I bought a poorly made hourglass. I timed it. It goes for exactly 1 hour and 8 minutes. So you'll just have to count from there.
My question is, how did you time it?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
1,000, 2,
This is a finely tuned hourglass.
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna give you kind of a strange look.
I'm so used to those looks.
Suppose. I mean, I have. We have a mirror. I don't know that if a scrying mirror is any different, but please be careful with it. They're not easy to come by.
Yeah, it has to be like really expensive.
Well, it's a fairly expensive mirror.
Great. I will not break it. In fact, if you have it in a room, I don't even need to touch it. I just need to meditate for an hour in front of it. And then I'll look into it. And then stuff will happen, hopefully.
Very well.
Isn't that how all magic works? You look at it and stuff happens.
That's exactly how all magic works, yes.
Okay. So he'll lead you into kind of a back room that you've not seen before. And he kind of explains that this room is, each temple has one of these rooms and has one of these mirrors. Although it's more reserved for if like a higher level priest is in the area and needs to, and it's like the room's basically reserved for a Vicar or a high Vicar if they're in the area.
I feel so special. Like VIP. Okay.
So he'll be with you the whole time
Okay. Great.
as you're meditating.
I'm gonna go ahead and take out the invitation that Celis wrote on, and I'm going to meditate for an hour and cast scrying
All right.
on
Oh,
Celis. He needs to make a will save.
Yep. Good thing I made his character sheet today.
Honestly, that's the worst thing when like you have a character and introduce them, but the party gets too deep into it and you don't have it fully prepared yet.
Mhm.
Also,
Yeah.
Zach, you should send me a couple of like reference images and like what Celis looks like so I can get working on that portrait.
Okay. Fair warning for you guys. I don't think I've ever rolled better stats for a character than I
I can
have
say
for
the same about
Celis.
Katarina, so that's fine.
Mhm.
No, no.
How,
Yeah.
how many 18s?
Okay. Let's see. You are scrying. What's your DC?
20.
Okay. Okay.
I have a, if you will allow, a possession, since it's his handwriting.
The invitation is not his handwriting.
Dang
The
it.
letter was.
I don't have the
If
letter.
you had asked me for that, I would have given it to
I
you.
want to. It's no. So I know I've met him, but I'm not familiar with him, and I don't have,
Mhm.
I don't have a likeness or a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah, so as you are... Sorry for the... I have to check a lot of things because I am dealing with spells I've never had to deal with before.
That's not
you're
comforting.
good. Yeah.
Real quick while we're waiting. I don't know why this is where my mind went when we were talking about the timing an hourglass that doesn't work. I'm just imagining someone sitting there like 4079
Oh,
Mississippi,
gosh, counting.
4080 Mississippi. There it is. Already.
Okay. Ox. A image on the mirror fuzzily comes into focus as you see the back of a man in rich robes writing at a desk. You can't see much of the room other than the desk and some of the floor. It appears to be there's some bookshelves, and the floor has a richly woven rug with very vibrant colors. And as the image crystallizes, there's a small, tinkling sound, almost like a small bell. And the man's head kind of pops up. He kind of starts looking around, and then he turns in his chair and looks back right at you. I need you to make a caster level check. I need you to roll a d20 and add your caster level.
Okay. $11.
11 total?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
real quick, this doesn't
Mhm.
say that it creates, in 5e, it says it creates an invisible sensory orb. Pathfinder doesn't say what it creates. It just is a magical
It is
sensory.
invisible sensory orb.
Okay, right. All right. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So he turns and he looks, and it is Celis. Ah. Let's see. What does he... Okay. Ah. Auxsonia. Seems like you're still in Savaria. Hopefully you're leaving soon. I'd hate for you to be late. I hope you enjoyed my little gift.
Can you hear me?
If you're asking if I can hear you, no.
Oh my gosh, this guy. Ox makes a rude gesture that she learned while in the military.
There it is.
Well, Maris is right there.
Right in front of the priest.
Well, I
She
can
was like-
see you.
Huh?
Well, I can see you.
He can?
He's like looking right at you. Yes, I can.
So you're a senator.
He just gives you a smile.
Are you going to hurt any more of my friends before this gala? Maybe we can come to some kind of agreement.
Ox. That is all part of the game. Now, if you'll excuse me, I do have pressing matters to attend. And then he's going to cast a spell and he is going to.
Gosh, this guy.
Where is it? Oh. He's going to finish his spell, and your vision of him on the mirror fades to gray and then goes out.
Amriel, grant me serenity to... Marius. Oh.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, that was very interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna take a moment and wrap my head around that. Is there something that I can do for you? I am in a hurry, so I do want to make sure that I give you my hour and then I leave. I can heal for a little bit. I can heal multiple groups of people if there's like a mass healing that people need.
Repay me by helping those around you.
Oh my goodness, Marius.
And he just gives you a smile.
I'm trying to help you.
Then continue to do so.
Great. Thank you very much for the mirror. I need to go find my friends.
Yes, please go safely. I'm not sure what you're wrapped up in, but, well, blessings of Amriel on you.
Yeah. Blessings of golden light to you.
He kind of gives you a confused, bemused look, and just kind of shakes his head.
I'll leave now. To go meet up with the group to tell them what the frick just happened.
All right.
Guys.
I will say, core may be core, but there is still some very interesting spells.
Oh, yeah.
And spells that I had not ever read before that have some very interesting effects that you wouldn't think of.
Like what?
Well, you see, one could say that he just reduced your scrying.
He like used it back is the thing. That's not supposed to
That was-
happen. I mean, that's
It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a thing.
That's so cool.
In fact,
Can I ask a meta question?
you can ask a meta question. You may not get a meta answer.
Okay. My meta question was that contingency?
No.
Okay.
Well, there's a good question. That's 5. I know that 5e. I wonder what. So okay. Well, probably has.
Actually, technically, wait. Let's see. You guys.
Would we know? Would I know? If
You guys.
or I could tell
Do you
them.
have? What's your highest spell level? 4.
I'm a sorcerer, so I'm a little behind. And I'm missing
Yeah.
an extra level.
And I think Elyswen's at 3, right?
3, yeah. Just got
Okay.
the 3.
Okay. So I'll tell you this answer to your meta question. Katarina, I believe you actually have. Yeah, you would technically have access to the spell that he used, even if you don't know it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Okay, so-
okay, I'm dumb. Cool. Yep.
Isn't that a weird effect?
What spell?
I didn't read the actual thing. Hold on. I just
I'll let everyone in now at this
Yeah,
point.
it's
detect scrying.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
It allows you.
Yes.
It allows you to make an opposed caster check, and if you succeed, you get a visual image of the person who's scrying and an accurate sense of their distance and direction from you.
That's freaking annoying.
hilarious.
That's so good.
Isn't that
That's
insane?
good.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Every time I turn around, Celis turns into more of an FMV villain.
Oh, he's good.
Wait. At the risk of sounding ignorant, FMV?
Full
V?
motion video. It was a video game thing where it was like, if you ever played a game where that was like you would walk around on like basically static backgrounds and then something would move like through the background, like there would be a scene where it would like with like full actors and like a real movie. It's that sort of deal.
Did we all meet up?
Yes.
Okay.
Did everything go okay at the library?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not an issue. It's a normal thing. People
And
go
I'll
on
just
trip,
pack up
business
my
trip
room.
and whatnot. Okay. You all arrive eventually, roughly around noon, at, where did you say? Cloudcrest?
Cloudcrest, yep.
You arrive at Cloudcrest. Just outside the gate, Ramio is. Are you just standing on the ground, or are you riding on your horse?
You're muted.
You're muted.
Jacob.
Pulling a Jordan there.
I'm riding my horse and leading the other ones.
Perfect. So you guys all arrive to find Ramio astride a massive horse. And next to him are two much smaller horses and a much, much smaller horse. All of them saddled, looking ready to go.
Which one's mine? We've got stories to tell on the road. We gotta go.
I'll get down and start passing out reins and just. All right. This one's my horse, Lancer. I need a bit of a bigger horse, and I just pat the armor. Gonna pass over the paint over to Ox. This one's for you. Her name is Lavender. Elyswen. This one is Daisy.
Sweet, I got the dapple.
And then Katarina, I did get you a smaller one. This is Marigold.
Thank you.
Holy free holies.
They're also kitted out and have feed. Basically all good for our trip.
This couldn't have been cheap.
Katarina.
You just like the 1,000-yard stare. It was not.
How much do we owe you for this?
No, you don't owe me anything.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Thank you. Hey, Katarina, I have a question for you.
She's like in the process of like. Actually, no. Here's a question I needed to ask Zach real quick.
What's up?
Disguise self.
Yeah?
Does it work on animals?
I would say disguise self, the range of the spell is personal. It extends only to you.
No, I know, but like, do animals see my disguise, or do they just see through the disguise because they aren't like intelligent creatures? You know what I mean?
He's a smart boy.
Typically, they just make the same save. They just have a huge minus, right?
Well, there's
Yeah,
no
I'd
save. There's a save if it interacts with me.
Yeah, which you'd be interacting with
I
them.
would be interacting with it, so it's gonna need.
Hopefully, the pony gets a will save.
It gets a will save.
Let me pull up the stat block for a pony.
Get up there quick.
Just scramble up there, yeah.
They can't see what's
I'll
already on
quickly
top.
scramble up onto the horse. Pony.
Pony has a will save of +0, so that's a 14.
Okay, what was Janus's DC when he crafted this hat for a first level spell?
That would
Probably higher than 14.
Probably.
higher. Yeah, it's gonna be.
I mean, 14
it's-
would mean he only had what? That would mean you only had a +3 modifier to your charisma. I'm pretty sure your charisma's higher than that.
Yeah, that would have been a 5, so 15. That would have been a DC 16.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 10 plus modifier plus spell level.
Yep.
So 16.
Okay, cool. Awesome, sweet.
That would be hilarious. Pony breaks through Janus' illusion.
Just takes off.
Okay. So you get onto your horses and pony and begin the long journey southward.
Ox, you had a question?
Yeah. Do you mind looking up Alveryn's notes from perhaps the 6th day of second seed? If he made an entry, can you look?
I'll skim, sure.
Okay.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but how fast can these animals ride?
These are
I guess they're not doing
decent
the
money
riding.
for them. They can move.
What date?
Would have been the 6th day of second seed. No sooner. The one that would be nearest that day. Or the next day. 6th day of second seed.
Hold on.
It was right around the Circle of Champions. Like right when we got into town in Armnaris. Celis was human, Zach?
Appeared to be.
Appeared to be human.
Does, however, happen to be a new breed of a-hole, though. So,
Are you finding an entry around there?
Give me a sec. I have a lot of minutes to hold through.
Ox will explain what happened. She went to the Temple of Emriel. I went to the Temple of Emriel. I did scrying. She adds a little bit more than I will. But, yeah, I tried to scry. Celis. What?
Oh, sorry.
Did you find one?
There's no entry from second seed at all.
Okay, what about the following month? Would have been... what's after second seed?
Mid-year?
Yes, mid-year.
Yeah. Mid-year. Anything regarding Armnaris in that entry?
In what entry?
If there was one after this, the next one, the next entry after
Nothing.
in mid-air. Nothing in. When was it?
No, this was based on the date. This was when you guys were on the Kraken.
Okay. And it doesn't say. Does he have any notes about anything that happened when he was in?
There's nothing on second seed in here.
No. I'm just thinking. Is he? Sorry.
Armnaris, it doesn't. No.
Does he refer to anything that happened while he was in Armnaris in the later
I'd
entries?
have to really carefully read all of the entries to know. But if you didn't go to Armnaris until second seed, none of the entries from Rain's Hand would have covered that.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. Yeah, anything after would have it. I'm just wondering if he wrote anything regarding any of the senators.
There's nothing in here on Armnaris.
Okay.
oh, are you looking for information about what perhaps Celis, the name he's going by in Armnaris?
I have a note from the 6th day of second seed. I don't know what it means, but I started writing down names of people that we knew. So, Adari, Heliot, Faye, gnome woman, Senator Flavius, and then in parentheses, 100 senators. There's 50 to 60 in the city. Underneath that, I have written Bloody Auxsonia. No note next to it. And underneath that, I have the name Celis and a dash that says Alveryn asked. So I can't remember if he went and talked to a senator named Celis. But
real quick.
oh my gosh.
What?
Something has been bothering me.
Okay.
That whole thing about the skink.
Yeah.
Can I roll an intelligence check to know? Like, I know this is a long shot and it might be like totally barking up the wrong tree, but I felt like he mentioned a guy named Celis at one point.
You can roll an intelligence check.
You weren't. You never met him, though, right?
But we were. No, I think I did because I wasn't going to let you out of my sight after.
You didn't.
Did I not? No, I didn't.
Nope.
Oh crap.
Oh yeah, no. You Ox is the only one who's talked to him.
Yep.
Okay, then let's forget about that. We don't need to worry about that then.
But why do I have a note that says Celis?
I'm sorry,
and then
Alvyn
asked. Like, I'm trying to remember. Do you... and he's gone. Hold on, I need to look up a spell.
Mechanically speaking, how fast can we run these horses? Like, we don't need to kill them, but...
So, with the horses, you're moving at about twice as fast as you were with Sammy. Technically speaking, Sammy and Marigold have the same base movement speed, but Marigold's only carrying some saddlebags and a gnome, and not pulling two wagons and a portable forge.
Yeah.
Not to mention like 300 pounds of adamantine and all the other random garbage you guys were collecting. So
he was a beast of burden.
Still is. He's out there.
And so the slowest of the group is definitely Marigold by far. The horses are gonna be totally fine during the trip. It's Marigold's the one who's kind of setting the speed.
Anybody got any juice that we can put on this horse?
Yeah.
Or pony?
Yeah. I mean, not like for a long amount of time.
Yeah, because I've got expedition retreat, but I don't even know if that works on a non-human.
It's fine. We're going a lot faster. We're going to be there early. We just need to, like, come up with a plan. So, like, she explains everything that she saw in Scrying. This guy is very intelligent. I think he's a senator. I think that he is in Armnaris, because he said see you, like, when you get here, basically. So I think that he is very powerful. Frick. Elyswen, do you know if there's a spell that you can cast that far away? Like, there's no way that was... Or he can teleport. He can totally teleport. Never mind.
I mean, that makes sense.
That would make sense.
There's... If you think he was a senator, Zach, can I roll knowledge local to see if I know anything about that for Armnaris? A senator named Celis?
You spent enough time in Armnaris that you'd have that.
Okay.
May I jump on that meta bandwagon as well?
Ooh, that is a 30.
You know what? As a actual natural born citizen of this country, sure.
Thank you.
What did you get?
30.
Whoa!
30, okay.
That's gonna beat anything that I roll. Yeah, I got a nat one. It's perfectly balanced.
You're like, wait a minute, what's a senator again?
We have a senator?
Elyswen.
We're in a democracy?
I'm trying to, like...
And you're trying to remember if he is a senator.
The name Celis senator.
I am the Senate.
No!
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 And like Chain
We're
lightning,
so
shocking grasp.
screwed.
Oh, we need a goblin quick.
Okay. Let's hop into the whisper chat real quick.
Oh, good.
Also, I loved the goblin comment, Jordan.
Thank you.
Guys, I was like, no way. This name sounds familiar. Like maybe we did write it
So
down.
I would like to point out that Alveryn knew, he knew about Celis when, from the fight with Lucas. So
Yeah,
he's probably just asking a question about Celis.
maybe
To the party.
we don't. I don't know. But why would I put it? I put it there though. When we were at the Circle of Champions, it was like Bloody Auxsonia, Celis, Arrow, Alvyn asked. Like,
You could also go back and watch the episode.
I will go back and watch that episode because I'm just like, but dang, this guy being a senator
Alveryn did not
changes
write in
everything.
his journal during the entire month of second seed.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, guys. This guy is a freaking senator. This is gonna be really, really bad. Because it's like a corrupted senator. We have to figure out who Bloody Auxsonia is. She has an alias. Oh my gosh. Freak. Let the conspiracy theories go now. Oh my gosh.
Oh, no, I did. So my friend is starting up a campaign, and level 8, and I'm joining it to play maybe once every few sessions since I'm already running and playing in a few campaigns. And I've decided for my character portrait, I'm using that absolute cursed image for Zach's character.
No! No!
Yes.
Gross!
His name.
You named him!
Let's see. All right, Jordan's not in this chat.
Do you want me to fully do that up as a portrait proper?
No, I want it as cursed as possible, so I'm keeping the original.
Which cursed version are you using? Here, hold on. Because I have a few versions that I could give you. If
it was the very first one you posted.
Because I have these 5.
Man, guys.
And I can totally blend some of these if you want.
Yeah, I'm using the one that's middle second from the left.
This one?
Yes, I'm using that one just because of the wide eyes, the sideward stare.
So
Not
creepy.
sure on the skin texture. It looks cursed.
Oh yeah.
And
what I
went...
mean is totally render this out for you in ArtBreeder. Or in Photo Sketcher.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go save this.
His class and the way I'm running him, so level 8, he's a level 4 transmutation wizard, level 1 cleric, level 1 barbarian, level 1 fighter, and level 1 warlock.
How many classes is that?
5.
Amazing.
And the whole build is that he, for the most part, relying on magic. But if he ever gets pushed over the edge, he has, because he's an ASMR, I think it's Form of Radiance, where he sprouts the glowing white wings with a fly speed. Undead warlock patron, so he has a Form of Dread. So it's big black cloak, billowing smoke, and you can't see his face in the cowl.
Is this 5e or Pathfinder?
5e.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
He then he can Shield of Faith or do another spell, and then rages.
Yep.
So it's he spends the first 2 just becoming this absolute monstrosity.
I love
and
it.
then he just goes to town and destroys.
So good.
It's fantastic. Wow.
He is absolutely insane.
Here, is this better? Where's our message chain?
I am playing a one-shot at 5th level, and I am a barbarian. Oh, what did I pick? What did I pick?
Ooh, that'll be good.
It was a multi-class. It wasn't barbarian monk. It was barbarian. Frick. Why am I spacing? Paladin! Barbarian Paladin.
Ooh,
So that I can
Barbarian Paladin
rage,
is good.
do smite. I'm a half
Oh.
orc. So if I crit, then I get to roll another extra damage dice. Plus rage, plus smite. I can go into a frenzy, so then I can use a bonus action to do another attack. So I think it was without critting, I could do up to 70 damage on one turn. Without critting.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Jordan.
Hey, turns out I was Celis the whole time. No, I'm joking.
Oh my gosh. Where's
I was
Zach? We lost Zach.
I don't know.
Jordan, I was telling them about Spackle.
Jordan, go ahead and start rolling stats.
Yeah, turns out if you think too hard about Celis, he burns your brain from the inside.
Yeah, weird spell, but it's cores, so.
Crazy. That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'll impart to you what I just, my little brain blast there.
Brain blast. There's a throwback.
I don't think Celis is a senator. It just very strongly. I don't think that he was. I know the name, but I don't think that's where. I think he has a position of power. There's a council that executes the laws of the country. That could be where he's from. There are, obviously extraordinarily powerful merchants in the city, and alongside that, there's, who knows how many very, very powerful military officials.
Great. Well, I mean, okay, that's good news. I'll take that. That's good news.
It's more information than we had before, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. We can at least eliminate the senators of, him being there.
I have a feeling it won't be hard to find him when we get there.
No, yeah.
Begs the question, why would he be so forthcoming with his information?
Of which part?
His name, his appearance. That's enough to get a long way in a city like Arnaris.
He thinks it's a game.
And he knew who we were. Maybe he's trying to get on equal footing. As strange as that sounds.
I think he just enjoys playing with people. He's just sick.
Not to mention, even if we know who he is and what he's about, you can't just openly accuse a senator of becoming a mad wizard.
He's not a senator, so at least we don't have to try to do that.
Well, I think whatever he is, it's going to be just as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We're still killing the bastard, right?
I mean,
They're
we
saying in
can't really
Imperial-
kill him at the gala and just be like, oh, well,
Eventually. Yeah, but I think for now we kind of have to play his game.
Mm-hmm.
We could try to just get evidence. Well, we do have evidence against him of at least trying to coordinate an attack with the jackals. So a gang.
Thing is, though, he's powerful enough to dispute that evidence. Most likely, otherwise he wouldn't have given it to us.
And not to mention, there's...
He didn't give us that. That was found in the
Well,
forest.
that doesn't mention Solace by name.
It does. He
Oh, wait, no,
signed it.
yeah, that does.
Mm-hmm.
But also, we got to be careful with that letter. And there's not really anyone we can take that to, because the only people we can take that to are the military, and that's not going to work out too well.
It does bring an interesting point up that one of the groups that I think he could be a part of is the military. I mean,
would
it might
explain
be
a lot.
it might be too convenient, but
It would
perhaps
explain a lot.
it would be. Sometimes the simplest answer is the best, right?
Well, he's definitely infiltrated it. If he's getting messages from someone and coordinating attacks without question. I can try some resources to see if I could find out more about him while we're on the road. What do you guys think?
What do you mean?
So, remember my friend that I said kind of like knows a lot of people, a lot of contacts? He goes by
The
the name
skink?
the Skink. Yeah, I could
Wait.
test sending to him and just ask him if
Wait,
he could get information. What?
this isn't that maniac who. This is the one that. Oh, screw it, we're in the woods. This is the one that you killed. What was his name? Thresher? For?
Yep.
We killed Thresher for?
In exchange for information.
What's this?
Oh, there was a thug in Arnaris that was with a not necessarily like a gang, but like he would, I don't know, there was evidence that he hurt a lot of people, cut a lot of people up. He was a nuisance, and I was hired, you could say, to kill him, and I did. And it was very public, and it was very messy.
Very
Are you going to
costly
be
as
okay?
well.
How public are we talking here?
Going back to
Actually,
Armor.
Ramio, could you give me a
Oh
knowledge?
my gosh!
Oh,
He's
crap.
heard about this.
Like, ooh, he was in that tavern that almost collapsed.
No.
We stared him straight in the eyes as we murdered a man.
18.
18. You know, it's interesting. Despite not being a bandit anymore, you still... Adventurers and mercenaries tend to kind of circulate in the same crowds. Have the same similar kind of contacts, you know. Everyone needs information to find the next job or the next mark. And you know a thing or two about Thresher. You remember he is a huge man, prone to bouts of violent anger, and was well known for wielding a massive sword, which you always kind of felt like was an overcompensation. But, you know, no one really... People would make jokes about it behind his back, but no one would dare to say it to his face. You remember hearing some stuff through the grapevine that Thresher was very publicly killed in a very bizarre manner.
One way to say it.
Yeah.
That was you.
And
Yeah.
you, at the time, you heard stories of, oh yeah, old Thresher was blinded and locked into stone, and like you know, one of his thugs was hacked to pieces with him.
Oh, right, he killed
And
his own.
He did that.
No one could find his sword afterwards.
Well,
you
that's
know?
right, because I
You
took
just
it.
kind of took it as like tall tales, right? Like locked in stone, blinded, whatever.
Wait, Vamir, have you heard about this? Or Valure? I'm gonna keep doing that.
Bit.
A lot of
I
Roman names.
heard he was locked into stone, blinded, a whole bunch of other horrible crap.
What?
I thought it was tall tales, but
Katarina's just like,
Read it.
what?
You should really read that journal.
what did you do with his
There's nothing
sword?
for second seed.
That's one of the biggest mysteries is they took his sword. I'm
He
not
didn't
sure what happened to
backtrack
it.
in his journal. He wouldn't write about, oh, this happened, so a lot's happened. We did this and this and this. He missed the whole. He didn't write about like the Circle of Champions. There was a.
I don't think
big
she's
event.
read it.
I haven't really read it yet.
Okay, why not?
Put yourself in my shoes. It's kind of hard.
I understand. There are also lives at risk right now, though, that maybe there's information that he knows that we could use to save.
I've glimpsed at a few entries. It doesn't really seem like where he was putting information.
Oh, okay.
It's more personal stuff.
All right.
Which is why
Does he
it's
have
difficult.
notes then? So I can call it notes, then not journal stuff.
Not that I. The only thing I have from him is this, and then some letters.
Hold on, I'm still curious. What did you do with
Oh.
the sword?
Ramio,
I took it to Skink, which was the guy who hired me, and I got information
Do I know who the skink
in
is?
exchange.
What was your knowledge local again? 18?
18.
Oh yeah, you know who the skink is. The skink is, if you can afford it, the guy to go to if you need information. Or other things. Primarily he sells information, but
wait.
he's an entrepreneur with a variety of interests. Most of them not technically legal.
I've heard he's not cheap, and killing Thrasher is definitely not a cheap job.
How much do people know about that?
It was talked about. Not so. Partly because it was public, partly because it was Thrasher, partly because it's just weird as all get out.
But did anybody take note of the people that were involved?
I honestly don't know. A lot of it, and people know magic was involved, but some people take it as tall tales or greatly exaggerated. I definitely did.
Maybe we're safe.
So I could reach out to him and ask about Celis while we are traveling.
Do we think that he will keep anybody else from hearing about it? Or
No, but I think that Celis knows everything that he needs to know about us.
but
We know nothing about him.
maybe it might be better for us if not everybody knows that we have it out for Celis.
Okay, so what else do we do?
It's a question. It could be a great place to go. It's just we know who we're paying for the information, and it's possible that there are more discreet ways to get that knowledge. But if we think it's worth the risk,
Well, I'm just asking what else can we do? What are some other ideas?
I mean, we'll have a few days in the city now.
We have no idea where he is.
I think it would probably be worth at least reaching out to this guy. like Valure said, if he's like the best person to get information from in the city, why not use him? Celis already knows we're coming after him. If word gets to him, that's not. He'll just take it as us playing the game.
There's more than Celis to be worried about Naris.
Anything in specific you're referencing? Or are you just going to keep it as vague as that?
Oh. Just referring to the increased law presence, the military's base of operations.
Oh yeah, because this definite criminal is going to report people who are coming to him as prospective clients to the law to have them arrested for contacting him for business. That makes sense.
No, but people talk. And one of those people might be Celis. And if he says the right thing to the right person, we might find ourselves in a cell without a trial.
I think that we could be there no matter what. It sounds like he has a lot of control. So
If he's capable of that, he's capable of arresting us at the gala for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing to discuss, though.
So here's a great question. Not just to Elyswen, but to any of you. If any of you want out, now is the time to decide that. Because once we go into that city and we play this game, there is no turning back. There is no hiding. We aren't... sneaking around can only work for so long. We are eventually going to be revealed, especially at this gala. And I just want to make sure that all of us are comfortable showing our true faces and going forward in this with repercussions. And if you're not, no judgment.
Well, I don't see any need to actually show my true face, but
Well, would you be comfortable with it being shown? Because that could happen. I'm just saying, like, we gotta think about the worst case scenario, right? And if you're not comfortable with that, then
if it happens, it happens.
Now's the time to go. Ramio, what about you? Valure, Jacob.
Oh, sorry. Right. What was that?
I was basically asking if you want to get off of this ship, now's the time. Because if you're not willing to face the consequences of everything being revealed, then if it's not worth it, then just be honest and just jump ship. So,
As much as I don't like it, my past is a part of me. I'm gonna stick with it.
Elyswen?
I'm done trying to leave. I gave that up in Kars. But if the skink asks us to kill anybody else, let's try to do it quietly.
It's not just the skink, though, right? There's potential of death here. Or jail forever. Prison for the rest of our lives. This could go very poorly, very fast. Just want to make sure that we all realize the risk that we're taking and to make sure that it's worth it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Avi say, I'm in.
So to arm Nars.
Arnars, I'm gonna sending
I figured we were already writing.
to the
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
you guys are already on your way.
I'm gonna cast sending to the skink sack.
Okay.
Hey, it's Ox. The Tempest. Hope you're good. Hey, wanna hire you to get information on a man named Celis. What will it cost? Ha.
Ox, my intrepid friend. A pleasure to hear from you again. I'll need more than just a first name. Why don't we talk next time you're... And then it cuts off.
Yeah. I cast ending again. My bad. Celis is a common name.
Tell us about us over these.
I got it. His name is Celis Radis the Bidius. Possible wizard. Knows a woman named Auxsonia. Where can we meet? And I will say the name of the day that we're getting there. So, like, if today's a Monday, Friday.
You'd expect to be getting there, hopefully, if all goes well, the evening of the 20th, which is a Morndas.
Okay. So, where can we meet Morndas? That's the last word. We should really get sending stones. Where's Janus when you need him?
It is somewhere.
I know.
Guess we're gonna have to ask him.
Forum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Currently on ice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I could have gotten gentle repose this level.
Hey, nice. Sweet.
He is being gentle reposed every day.
That's true.
Some interesting people you're interested in, Ox. Let's meet. I just had a name and it fell out of my brain. Let's meet at the Cracked Cask. In Silver Ward.
Ooh. Taking
Don't
a fancy
forget. Don't forget your coin pouch.
Did he say time? Did he say time? Did he say time?
Midnight.
Yeah, that's what he
Good,
did.
you nicely.
Yes.
Soul message.
Okay, now I have a question for you, Zach. Does midnight mean at 00 for the day that we're getting there, or is it like the end of the day at midnight?
Like, is it 11:59 or is it like midnight Warndog, which is the day prior?
Interesting
Friday
you
at-
should ask. Because I'm
Friday at
gonna...
midnight.
You do not get new spells. Like, you gotta... Like, you're gonna...
Hold on, like, wait, no, like, how do you say that? Like,
No,
hey, I'll see you Friday at midnight, and then you're like, midnight in the morning, or midnight Friday when it hits
Right, we're asking
midnight?
like which day.
Which
like,
No,
is it
I
going
would
into
think,
Friday or Friday
Of the
going to
day.
Saturday?
Of the day. Of the day.
I would think that it would be
It's 12 p...
Friday at
Frick, is
midnight
it
would be at the
12
end of the
It's
day.
12 a.m.
is what I would
12 a.m. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're just gonna have to figure out what he means.
I cast sending. Because I have it. I'll be there. Real quick, we're getting... I'm getting into town Morndas. So, see you midnight. That night. Not morning. Morndas. Hope you're well, Ox. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Midnight on Morndas. That's what I said.
Oh, good.
Have you been drinking?
Well, no, because like midnight on Morndas is technically like the first.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
It's good. It's good. Is that all he says?
That's all he says.
Great news, everybody. It only took 3 spells. But yeah, I have a meeting with the skink on Morndas at midnight.
Need back up.
I don't know. Yeah, but like it
Backup
can't
would be best.
it can't be obvious.
You're out of frame.
I am.
Yep.
No, I'm not.
Oh, for me you are. You're
I'm in
good.
frame.
Because I'm on a small screen.
Oh.
Ah. We can be inconspicuous.
Yeah. I just
We
don't
can be
want to,
very inconspicuous.
like, I don't think we'd get any trouble from him, per se, if he was there. But if someone else was there instead, because they had a beef with me, this is
We'll
all
be there.
very dangerous. Mercenaries are just dangerous. Very slimy. Very... Ugh. Can't
I take
trust-
that personally.
You can't hear me.
That's what you think.
Can you hear me?
I'm
Can
joking.
he? Oh my gosh!
I'm joking.
Like he casts. Oh my gosh.
He's been counting.
I take that person. Well, I guess we just stay on the road and then we'll just wait until we get there. I'm gonna have to reschedule my appointment with the senator.
are some other potentials to discuss.
Like what?
Well, if we're going to a gala, it stands to reason that it'll be, well, I mean, it could just be us and Celis in a ballroom. But barring that eventuality, it could also be an actual social function.
I mean, the invitations look like it's the official senatorial gala.
Oh, Adari says she's going there too. So it's a thing.
Oh. In that case, it might be worthwhile to come with some renown of our own.
What do you mean?
Well, last time we were in the city, Ox, you and Alveryn
Mm-hmm.
put on quite a show. It might be worth it to try again.
I could do that. Day before. 2 days before. Oh, day. We're gonna get there on
Let's go for a...
We're gonna get there on the 20th, Zach, you said?
That's what you expect.
Okay.
And it's the 25th, right? Is the thing?
It's the gala. Yeah.
I'd say let's put it for like the 21st or the 22nd.
Okay.
That way we have a little bit of time to spread our legend, as it were.
Well, that way it's fresh, but not like too fresh. Everybody would have gotten a chance to hear about it.
Are we going to have to start calling ourselves the Stormwolves again?
Or are we all playing?
I would assume so.
I need some fancy clothes, and if I'm going to get fancy clothes, I'm going to have to raise some funds. I'm not sure how much they cost, but I'm guessing it's a pretty penny.
Well, you've got a fancy horse at least.
Yeah, I got a fancy horse.
You could wear that to the gala.
Just walking with a horse.
A horse in your full plate.
Is there a +1 on the invitation?
No, it's not magical.
I was just going to make a joke like that.
That's great.
That was a good one. That was a very good one.
Is it masterwork, though?
It is.
Ooh.
Masterwork invitation.
Ha, I get the +1 now.
Wow.
Could you imagine if we had like detected magic on the invitation?
It's a +1.
What is that? Oh, it's just a standard enhancement.
That's so great. That would just be the funniest. Oh, what a power move! It's like you enchanted the letter to let you know that you can.
With the +1. Yeah.
It's a scroll that lets you cast Summon Date for free.
Okay, so do you guys want to? Because now we're traveling, and it's going to be days.
Yeah, it's traveling.
Do we want to time skip? I mean, that's up to the GM and us, but I wanted to throw it out there.
I do want to have a conversation with Ox one evening while we're making camp.
Let's go.
During the evenings, I'm also going to be reading the book.
Elyswen can help
Oh.
teach you, Alvyn.
Did you need any more help? Or
No, I think I got it figured out.
Okay.
Kind of clicked last night.
Wow.
She says that in Alvyn.
Oh. Impressive.
Flex.
Back
From
in
the
the day.
dictionary.
Linguistic took the yeah.
So you were mentioning something about teaching me how to tumble.
Yeah, I think the going rate for personal training is like... What was the price?
It was like 400 gold or something like that.
400 gold, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
No. I mean, it would take a few days of dedicated training.
Okay.
Uninterrupted.
Yeah. You throwing
No,
crap at me for a day at a time?
Throwing crap at you for 8 hours a day, yep.
Fair enough. I worked with Bjorn. It's not the first time it's happened.
So, yeah, just one night around the campfire, Valure is gonna come up and just sit down next to you. So, about our talk a few nights ago.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Various.
Various?
Yeah. He was a good friend. We met in the military. I was only there for like 3 months. I got kicked out. They didn't like my anger issues. I didn't like their rules. It was a mutual agreement. And he left with me. And we became bastards for hire. We had our bastard swords each, and we left from over by Cambria, I guess. We were kind of over near that way, and then moved through Romuli, Rodani, and then we were on the road from Rodani to Savaria, and you know what happened. But yeah, he was best friend.
What? And I am sorry. And what did he want to do? Like, you guys were mercenaries, but did he have any ambitions, any goals?
Nah, he just was very, I don't know, like, you know when like I'm still young, but you know when like you kind of get that taste of you're on your own and you can do whatever you want and the world is yours and you're like fresh into adventure and it's just the beginning of something, you know? It was like that. It wasn't like we had an end goal. It was just what felt right at that time.
Since leaving the bandit group, I've been trying to find something. I want to do good, but I grew up on the streets, became a bandit for food and for coin. After that, I just kind of wandered around trying to help people find a purpose.
Did your family, what happened to your family?
Parents were poor. Dad joined the military. I never really saw him much. My mom mainly looked after me. She worked as a maid and a cook in the kitchens up in one of the keep. Just kind of lower class. We got by a bit, but when I was, probably about 9 or 10, there was an illness. We didn't have coin for a doctor, and, well, there's a lot of sick and poor, and the clergy can only do so much.
Yeah.
My mother passed, and well, I never heard from my father. I don't know if he died out there or anything, but I just...
What's his name? Do you know? Valure, something with Valure.
Damien Valure.
Just racking my brain if we've ever met a Damien. I don't.
This was years ago. I haven't seen or heard from him since. Things got messy after my mom died, and I just, like I said, I wandered the streets. If he did come looking for me, could have just missed each other.
You could always try to find him. I mean, where was he stationed, right? Like, what position did he have? I mean, my father did military things.
Not sure. It's been a while. And
You could always try to find him. I mean, there's a lot of connections in Arnaris. Maybe you could start there.
part of me... Is it better to let him think I'm dead than know I'm alive and have lived the life I lived?
Oh, well, I'm not really one for philosophy, but, I think that you're a living example of how people can change. Maybe he's been through some things that you two could relate.
I'll think about
I
it.
don't know. I was
Looking
just,
into him.
maybe he's looking for you. Maybe he's not. Even if he's not, you could at least know. I don't know. It's just something. Or you could just work with us, forever. Or, go get a job at the Circle of Champions and do that. That would be really cool. I mean, you look like a good fighter. I don't think you were attacking that. Were you hitting the door when we were burning down?
Oh yeah, I took a good hit at it.
Okay. I mean, we could try.
Primarily an archer.
We could
but
practice fighting if you'd like. I mean, I enjoy fighting. If you wanted to, maybe see if you could beat Ox the Tempest, famous killer of Thrasher. Yeah, that one I regret a little bit. I wasn't actually trying to kill him. I was just trying to permanently disable him.
Oh no. He was an asshat. He deserved it.
I nearly died.
You did the world a favor.
I mean, you definitely permanently disabled him. So.
I definitely did. And I didn't mean to scar so many people publicly. Looking back, really shouldn't have done it like the way that I did. It all just happened so fast.
Next time we carry out a hit, we won't do it in front of a Fuddrucker.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. My wisdom isn't very. Wait, my wisdom is very high. My intelligence isn't very. Whatever. I had moments. I was serving the Stormlord at the time. I don't know. There's excuses. Whatever. That's what I'm going back to. Possible repercussions of being recognized for killing someone in the street. Normnars. Which, I'll handle that if that happens, but.
Looks like we both have a bit of a past then.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like that vision of you and your friend just wandering around, living life, seeing the world. I had a few friends growing up in Armnars that there were a few of us out on the streets. We always talked about making it big. I still see them when I visit. Make sure to give coin and such. That's anytime I take a job and get paid, I always make sure to stop by. Make sure they're doing well. That's the main reason I got into Bandersty, was to support those who couldn't.
Do you have, like, a guild that's waiting for you? Is there anything that we can do for them? Like...
We had dreamed as kids growing up and changing the world, as all little kids do. I took off adventuring and banditry. I never got the courage to tell them about that, but Selmia, she actually joined up with a holy order, became a cleric, and opened a shelter for street urchins.
Oh.
Another friend took up blacksmithing, found an apprenticeship that would take him in. Same thing, makes his coin, supports people where he can. Just kind of do our part. With Selmia, I make sure to give a good portion to, considering she makes sure it goes to the right places.
Mm-hmm. Selmia is a girl that you grew up with in Armnars?
Yeah. A couple years older than me, but 2 kids, rough upbringing. Do what we can in this world. There's not too many opportunities, but she doesn't know, like I said, she doesn't know about the banditry, and try to live up to what the lies I used to tell her are now kind of truths. That I went off adventuring, doing odd jobs, paying where it earns.
Well,
I did. Part of me did envision opening up a, maybe one day earning enough coin to open up my own, like, adventures guild.
that would be
Train,
amazing.
Train people on the streets who are old enough to handle a weapon.
Okay,
and
we need to
make
practice.
a living for themselves.
Let me see you. Show me what you got. I need to know if you're really as good as you think you are. An honest friend would tell you otherwise, right? So, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I can heal. So, how do you fight?
I
What
can't-
do you do? Would you use magic? What do you do?
No, I know nothing about magic. I'm just putting that out there. I know absolutely nothing
Okay.
about magic.
All right. What do you got?
Good with a bow.
Okay.
Good, but not as good with a pole arm.
Okay.
He'll take up the bow, string it up,
Okay.
knock an arrow.
Okay. So wait. So you can
And-
do far away things. What about close up? Do you do close up stuff?
But like I said, I'm not as good as it, but I'm still good.
You're a ranged fighter.
The person who trained me, he said it's good to be good at both long range and short range. Doesn't matter if you're better in one or the other, but to be good at both is good to have in your wheelhouse. And I always found myself more drawn to the bow. And I'm gonna see if I can find a squirrel or a bird 1,000 feet off.
1,000 feet?
Yep. It's a longbow.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna find something just long ways off and take a shot.
There's no way. Elyswen, I'll bet you a gold. There's no way he does this.
I'll take that bet.
Well, let me just. Okay, great.
Right.
I will cast Cat's Grace on you.
What? No,
I
Elyswen!
think I have it prepared. Let me see.
No, Elyswen.
No.
Oh, no, I don't have it prepared. Never mind.
Okay.
Web's not going to help a lot.
I mean,
Blindness.
no.
That would be so mean.
Okay. You see a bird, very far distant, up in the air.
All right. Knock an arrow.
Okay. Roll for a hit at, we'll say 1,000 feet. That's what you wanted.
No
Yep,
way. No way.
Right. Take a second to breathe and just. Oh. So, natural 19.
Ooh, nice.
Oh boy.
Minus 10 for range.
Oh.
Plus 18 to hit with a bow. So plus 8, so 27.
7.
Plus what?
Plus 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That hits.
I give
feathers.
Elyswen 1 gold.
Go for feathers. Yep.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, don't rub it in.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me try.
Um,
Let me see. Maybe it's just the bow. Maybe it's just you got a
pass off
magical
the
bow.
Ox, before you do that, I'll bet you 5 gold.
No bets. I just want to see if I can do it. You made it look really easy. I'm gonna try.
What's your strength score?
Not
It's
high
a
enough.
compound longbow with a +2 strength rating.
Zach, how do I do
you're
this? What do
struggling
I
to pull
do?
this back.
Can I pull this?
You have a +0.
Huh? So I can't pull it back, so it doesn't work?
You can, but it's gonna be
Okay.
detrimental.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it, guys.
Less than the strength rating with the composite bow.
Minus
you
2.
effectively. Yep, -2.
Okay, so I just roll
So minus. Yeah, how far away are you shooting?
1,000 feet.
Okay, so a -12 to your roll.
Okay.
D20 plus your ranged attack modifier.
It's a nat 1.
So you okay?
My range is +8.
Cool. So that's a negative 2,
Oh my gosh!
or a negative.
Man, if I
Yeah,
had gotten
negative
20,
3. Yeah, negative
I
2.
would have hit.
Okay. No, it's a negative. Whatever. It's not gonna hit. So.
It's a -20 because she doesn't have far shot.
Oh.
20 total or on top of that?
Minus -20 instead of
Yeah.
-10 for range.
Oh, okay. So
It's a
Minus
-2
22.
per range increment.
So that's a, a negative 13.
This is as negative as I can go. Yeah.
Negative 13.
Yep.
Hey, Ox is now top of the leaderboard for worst attack.
Oh.
That might literally be the worst one in history.
That's the worst that we could get
That's
it.
the worst I've ever seen.
That's the worst I've ever seen.
So you literally, all of you are watching. Obviously, I'd say this is probably happening when you're like setting up camp one of the afternoons, right? You're not on your horses.
Yeah.
And you literally watch as Ox takes the bow, is like struggling to pull back, doesn't even get a full draw, and then right as she goes to release, the arrow just kind of rotates off of the bow and just gets flung off in a random direction. Just absolutely random.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot harder than it looks. I'll give the bow back.
That
Take
needs to
back
be
the
animated.
bow. I'm not saying anything.
Oh my gosh!
I wish you would let me finish. I was going to say that I'd bet you 5 gold you didn't clear the tree line.
No. See, I'm wise enough to know when I shouldn't bet on things, but well, sometimes. Anyway, whatever. That's pretty good. You're a really good shot. That's great. What can you do up close?
I'll take out the glaive.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. She'll take out her glaive. Look, we're the same. Ha! Try to hit me.
You're serious?
Yeah. Can I try to hit you back?
You know what? Sure.
Great.
How about this? 1 hit each.
Great.
I'm gonna square off a little distance from the horses. Alright. 1 swing each.
Yep.
Let's see how this goes.
Great. Go for
Right.
it. You can go first.
So I'm going to take the glaive in hand. power attack. Taking the glaive in hand, you see as I go and ready a swing, and one just quick shine across all the metal. It goes from this very well-made masterwork, like silvery sheen, very well kept, to just this black, shiny black. No one knows what this is.
Oh.
I heft it up and then bring it straight to the side.
Oh boy.
This is
What?
plus 13 to hit.
Plus 13. Well, my armor class is only 18 right now.
22.
Hits.
I'll roll this in the roll 20.
Roll 20 is an... Oh, well, okay then.
That's 22 to hit. That's going to be 8. Right.
I want to... Oh, man. I want to flex my my level up spell so bad, guys.
It's crying was pretty dope.
That was so cool. That was fun.
Ox is gonna be like, cool bow, cool glaive, but can you flame strike?
Yeah.
How much does God love
22
you?
damage.
Oh crap.
All right. Ox is bleeding. Well, not bleeding, but is, yeah. That was a good one.
And I take 1 point of damage.
I know what this is too.
What?
It's a bit of a nasty weapon.
Why? What is this thing? Why did it turn black?
The man I bought this from said it was a vicious weapon. I'm not entirely certain what it means, but just I'm assuming it means it hurts. It has some sort of magical property that hurts you, but it's really, really powerful, and I get a little bit of the backlash from it.
Cool. And as he's explaining this, I go ahead and like go in for like his calf. Yeah, this isn't gonna hit you. Not even, no. This is melee, so 17.
Nope. I'm imagining just like you clank against the side of my armor and just nothing.
Good one.
Yay.
Anybody else want to fight Ramio? Katarina? You want to get in on this?
I'm fine. She's in the middle of like studiously like reading a book.
That doesn't even look up, probably.
Yep.
To be fair, this is what I do. All of you have magic. I don't, so this is all my time and energy goes to these two things.
Oh, it's really good. I think that your bow and your glaive, that's a good combo.
Take shots at someone until they get up close and then pull this out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, that does bring me to something I am a little bit worried about.
Which is...
I don't think they're going to let us into a gala in full plate with the glaive.
Yeah...
I think if
You
we're
could
going
wear
to pull this one,
a cloak that would cover it.
It's full plate. It makes noise.
and presumably there will be guards.
With metal detectors.
Or
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're gonna
I
have
have
to take
a
off
few
your shoes and go
ideas.
through this den.
I
If
mean,
it's-
it's
If it has a lot of windows, I can You saw me hit that bird. I can, if that's like a lot of windows, a lot of open space for me to shoot through. I don't technically have to be in the gala. I can post up on the side of the building where all those windows are. If I have a clear shot, I can just outside and watch.
I have a feeling that whatever happens at this gala, it will be difficult to... I don't know, I think we need to be prepared for any eventuality, and...
Well, Elyswen, you've got bracers that can conceal your weapons. If you could,
I doubt I'll be allowed to keep them.
if you have a long sleeve dress that covers them and gloves. Yeah, it would take a little bit of time to get to them, but at least you'd have them. I mean, that's what I plan on doing with my... Does my buckler stick out like a friggin' sore thumbs up?
Yeah, it's like wearing a dinner plate on your arm.
Never mind then, I won't do that. But my mithril shirt, I can wear underneath.
Well,
like I am doing right now.
There's the possibility that we at least attempt to play this game our own way. Maybe we come... If we can find some way to do it, we come at him before the gala.
I think once we get to Armnars and dig around a bit, I think we'll have more of an idea of what to do.
That's probably true. Just, discussing options, keeping our minds open to the possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's for dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, does anybody have survival?
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, that bird that you just shot. That's
All
what's
right,
for dinner.
I'll go get some grub.
Oh. I miss Janus.
I'm gonna go see if I can bag it here or something.
I
Okay.
can help if you need it.
So roll a survival check.
17.
17. I'd say not necessarily a deer, but you're definitely able to get several rabbits.
Listen, Fefa. That'll do nicely. I'll come back to camp, start making a rabbit stew.
Okay. Roll for cooking.
5.
Well, the meat is cooked, mostly.
No.
It's literally just like boiled meat. It's so bland.
I miss Janus.
Did he normally cook?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And you're quite good at it too.
Yeah. Actually, it was great. On this road is where we met Janus first time, and he and I had a night where we played tag. He was really fast.
Sounds like an interesting guy.
Yeah, his hair would change every day.
Okay.
He was very cool. Is very cool. You'll get to meet him. Hopefully, if you stick around with us.
Someday.
Well, yeah.
Hopefully sooner rather than later.
Indeed.
Was he magic? Could he do magic too, or was he?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Oh, lots and lots and lots of magic. You'd make a lot of animals appear. It was like they came out of nowhere.
Huh. That's useful.
Very.
Well,
Yeah, Zach doesn't have to deal with a trample for the next while.
That's right.
That's true.
That's why he killed Janus.
Actually, I
Summon
guess you just
monster.
picked Summon Monster 3.
Oh.
Oh, look who's gonna get critical next.
Uh-oh. I mean,
The other squishy character in the group.
I mean, guess who just thought of a good reason not to take Summon Monster 3 after all?
Guess who tore out the page for Summon Monster 3 in their spell book?
Just big letters forbidden.
Yeah. Forbidden.
Just wide out.
In most worlds, it's like necromancy is hard to find. In this world.
Bad things happen to those who summon monsters. Okay. So the rest of the journey is gonna pass by fairly uneventfully.
Ooh, I will cast Sending to the senator that I made the appointment with to reschedule. Or I would do it to the person that I made the appointment with, I suppose.
Okay.
To reschedule it. That I was unexpectedly unavailable.
Can you roll a diplomacy check for me?
No. Why, guys? Why me? Why me?
His brain seems a rude form of communication.
Because you're the one who keeps sending magical messages to random, like, normal people who don't interact with magic on a daily basis.
8.
Okay. Yeah. The message goes about like this. Hey, can I reschedule the appointment? And then the response is, who said that? Where are you? And that's pretty much how it's going to go.
What?
Just like a bunch of like, hello? Hello? Is there someone there? Hello?
Oh my
That
gosh.
must have been the wind.
I'll just contact her directly after the first 2 failures. And just let her know.
The senator?
Yes! Do you want me to play this out? I will play.
Roll diplomacy.
Okay.
Grandma,
It's
is that you?
worse. It's worse. It's a 6.
Hello? Hello? Is there someone there? Hello?
Oh my god.
Ah, I thought I heard something.
Oh
That
my,
was weird.
oh my gosh.
Must have been like an echo from down the street or something.
Is that you, Amriel?
Say you.
Wow. I suddenly convert everyone to a deity.
I imagined you sounding a lot less frustrated.
You don't have to schedule appointments, right?
Wow. I had already said it when we were in town, and then we left town, and we teleport hopped all around, and so it would look bad if I stood them up. Whatever. They're gonna get it. It's gonna be like one of those jokes that they finally catch on to when they finally realize, like, that person didn't show up, and they'll be like, oh, that's who that was. Whatever. I'm not doing anything else until Armars.
Okay.
We should probably be extra, like, careful. Just, like, keeping our eyes out. In case we get jumped by more cold ones.
For real.
It's a cold one.
Oh, great. We explained the story to Ramio.
Horrifying.
Janus' death and...
Imagine you explain it like a ghost story over the campfire.
Yes! Can I roll diplomacy to see how well I tell it?
Roll performance.
Or intimidation.
Yeah, or intimidation.
I do have perform. Untrained. Oh, okay. Well, they're the same. That's an 8.
Sing a song about it.
Oh, -1. Elyswen, you're better at these stories. You tell it.
The only perform skill I have is sing. I'm pretty good at
Hey.
it.
So, So Ox tries to tell you the story, but it's like really incoherent. She keeps backtracking to like mention something that she forgot to mention before,
Yes.
so it's
That sounds
super
right.
jumbled. And then Elyswen starts singing like an impromptu saga. Go ahead and roll your perform.
23.
And it's like beautiful, and like totally
Aw.
enveloped in the story of the. It sounds like a legend from a storybook, in the way it's basically told. Completely enthralling.
This is basically the musical Into the Woods, is what Elyswen is doing right now. Into the woods. And out of the
And
woods.
actually, you hear some clapping and turn and see one of the no.
No!
Hey, at least he liked it. Hey, he's an audience member, everybody. No, yeah, so that's not the very happy story, but the story nonetheless.
Yep.
Definitely,
Wow.
the story painted Janus as a tragic hero.
Yes.
I want to meet Janus, and I really don't want to meet these things.
He's really cool. Oh my gosh. That'll be a fun conversation, Jacob, you can have with yourself. Hi,
I've
I'm
DM before,
Ramio.
I've done it.
Hi, I'm Janus.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Oh man.
How many days is this travel?
You will continue to travel for several days, arriving in, this is not the right month. There we go. Arriving in Armnaris just after sunset on the 20th.
Amazing.
Or excuse me, just before sunset, because it's summer. Just before sunset on the 20th of Sun's Height. And that is a good spot to leave off.
Nice. Is it Friday? What's it called?
It's Morndas.
Oh.
It's a Monday.
Oh, sorry. It's Monday.
Literally Morndas. Like, it's just.
I don't speak Spanish.
It's not.
That's not.
it's
I don't speak
Spanish.
Skyrim.
Fair. That's fair. Touche.
Well, I'm preparing my spells for this day. Real quick, Janus, where is Velis in this town?
You asking Janus or Valure?
Frick, Valure. I'm sorry.
Where is Valure in this town?
What? Say that again?
Or not Valure. Dang it. Where is
Velis.
Velis?
Oh, where's Velius?
Yes.
Velius.
That is a cool thing that we can deal with next time.
Alright.
Okay.
Good session, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm nervous about this Celis guy.
You should be.
How close am I, Zach?
I will furnish some base, some
Reference images?
references, yeah.
Alright.